Aisha Curry is not asking for men to throw themselves at her. What she is simply speaking, Aisha Curry is not asking for men to.
Oh yeah, what's good? What's good? Yeah. What's happening, y'all? Definitely like up the live. 100% chance like up the live. I'll see what's going on. What's
So
that?
whenever you what's up? So whenever you say if Aisha Curry was a man, y'all wouldn't have a problem with her. Like where you get that from?
Because if men would be able to understand a man saying that he feels like he didn't establish his legacy and he didn't get a chance to be the person that he thought he was going to be.
So that's exactly what she was saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so so what is it that you just told me? Where did you get that from her?
From her interviews, the same place that you probably heard her say whatever she said.
Okay, okay. So whenever she was saying that she sometimes want to know or feel attracted by other men, that's exactly what she was saying, right? Whenever she was
Yeah, that was a part of it.
to me,
That you want to, if you want to cherry pick one thing that she said and say like that means that, like, then that you can do that, or you can listen to everything she has said in totality, like I did, like from a holistic standpoint, and not cherry pick anything and like actually listen. Then I would think you would come to the same conclusion that all she is saying is that she feels lost. She feels undervalued. She feels like, and this may not even have much to do with Steph Curry, to be honest with you, but her talking about her lack of, to go back a little bit. Did you hear when she was talking about how she used to be in Hollywood and how she was in commercials and shit?
no, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. So she moved to Hollywood when she was a teenager by herself. Her family encouraged her. Like that's how, like, she got approached by somebody, you know, the whole like you could be a model thing. And she actually, like, it was true. She could be a model. She proved them right in North Carolina. And then she moved from North Carolina to Hollywood when she was a teenager so that she could, you know, establish herself in Hollywood. And she was on that path. And then in the midst of that, she went to high school with Steph and church with Steph, so she knew him before. He hit her up, whatever. Like she went back home. They saw each other. Then whatever. Long story short, he was out in LA one time and he wanted to see her. And then, you know, they ended up hanging out, and pretty much that's how they ended up dating, right? And she got married to him when she was in her early 20s. She dated him when she was essentially in high school, or like right after high school, somewhere around like 18, 19, and got married to him in her early 20s, and then had their first kid and never got to live out the rest of her dream. So she never got to establish herself. That's what she's talking about. Now she's 37 years old, and she's like, damn, I've had 4 kids and I'm a wife, and that's really all that I am. But if a man said that all he never got to establish his legacy. If a man said that, you would understand. You'll be like, oh yeah, no, I get it. Because you think it's a man's birthright to have a legacy, but not a woman's. You think a woman's birthright is just to have kids and be with them and have a husband and then play the background and support her husband, right?
No, not at all. Because I feel like if that was the situation, right, and that was only the situation, is her living out her life, wanting to do the thing that she was planning on doing with herself and type stuff, and establishing herself, her networks and everything else, right? I don't think that she would stress out other things such as wanting to be desired by other men. I personally feel like she just want to go through a 304 phase, and she want to explore and experience other people and do other things, like possibly have a hot girl summer.
If that's what you want to, if that's what you choose to get from what she is saying, again, that's on you. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even, again, you just said, oh, I never heard that part of the story. So you're focusing again on can I ask you a question? Who do you think knows more about this situation, you or me?
I would say possibly you.
Possibly, or 100% me?
I would say possibly you.
Okay, so have you heard her other podcast episode when she was on the
when she was bashing Stephen Curry? Oh yes, I heard those.
When was she bashing Stephen Curry?
Bro, every time she have an interview, she bashed Stephen Curry. So is people constantly taking the thing that she's saying out of context, or this is the context that she's giving us?
Men like you. I don't take the thing she's saying.
Bro, you have many women on TikTok who are saying that Ayeash Curry needs to go through a 304 phase.
Again, that's on your algorithm. And I'm not denying that that's happening, because that's what you want to see. That's not, I'm telling you, the women that I talk to, oh, what happened? Why'd you run? And we're doing the whole, there are many women on TikTok saying that. I don't know. It's crazy. Acting like women aren't misogynistic. What you talking about? Who's misogynistic? How do you say your name, man?
Musasia.
Musasia, what's good with you, fam?
Yeah, let's see. If Ayeash Curry was a man, y'all wouldn't have a problem with her. But that's exactly the point. We saw the same thing with Jonathan Owens, right? Like it's the same thing. Like, people did have a problem with what he said when it related to Simone Biles. You get what I'm saying? So
I don't know what you're talking about. Be specific.
No, okay, so he's the football player. I don't even know what team.
I know who he is. He is.
Okay, yeah. So basically, he was saying that like, he's the catch, yada yada yada. You know what I mean? And it's like, people were like, "No, you're with Simone Biles. Like, you know, she's the A side in the relationship. Like, you should just be happy to be there. You know what I mean?" And that was the sentiment. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, That's not what was happening. That's what you got from what. That's what. No, he was. That's literally what they were saying.
No, that's not literally what they were saying. That is your interpretation of what he said.
I'm not literally interpretation. That's what they were saying verbatim.
No, that's not.
So what were they
saying
saying
verbatim? He, again, you're doing the same thing that dude was doing. Y'all like to cherry pick what people.
I'm not cherry picking
to make a point, and I'm trying to tell you that Owen, the problem that people had with Owens was that he was minimizing her. He was because he would, to me, this is my interpretation of it. He was very threatened by her accomplishments. Like, everybody knows Simone Biles. Jonathan Owens, right? People were jokingly calling him Mr.
I'm not
Biles.
disagreeing with that.
And that's what people were saying. It wasn't about him saying I'm the king. All that shit was corny. Right. So how does this relate to Ayeash Curry is what I'm trying to understand.
But the whole point is that the sentiment was the same. It's just flipped now.
What is the sentiment? Well,
the sentiment here is that there's an obvious A side, right? And it's like, you should just be happy to be with this person, regardless of the validity of what that person's saying. Like, you should just be like with Ayeash Curry. It's like, okay, at one point, right? She even said, I thought he was going to be a basketball coach, but it's like, the minute this dude went to the league, why didn't you just continue to go on your path of, doing your career? Like you
She
hopped
had
in.
kids. Do you know
But that's a conscious decision, is it not?
Wait, so yeah, they both chose to do that. So she sacrificed her career,
Yeah,
her establishment.
exactly. Yeah,
That doesn't mean that she doesn't have the right to 15 years later say, yeah, I'm starting.
I wish I didn't do that.
She didn't say I wish I didn't do that.
So what is she saying then?
Why are you asking me? You're the one.
Because apparently I'm misinterpreting what she's saying. So you seem to have the better interpretation.
You're intentionally misinterpreting what she's saying.
I'm not.
She never said that. So where could you get that from? If you're not going out of your way.
So you're telling me she never said that.
She never said, I regret having kids. She never said that. She has said many times, I love Steph. I'm in love with Steph. I love my family. I love having children. I've never heard her once say, I regret having a family and children. Never.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
That is what you just said.
No. I said,
what did she regret?
Pertaining to career. I said pertaining to career.
Regret
right?
What?
She regrets not having a career.
Okay.
Right?
That's not what you said, but okay. She regrets not having a career. Yep.
Yeah. And it's like you had the choice to do the career, but you decided to cash in on Steph. And it's like you're dealing with the concept.
Nope. Now you're saying that weird stuff. She didn't cash in on Steph.
That's exactly what that is.
That's not what that is.
That's exactly, man. So why was she all over him before he went to the league? Like, come on, like, bro, like,
all over.
Why are you not reading between the lines, bro?
What are you saying? You're not making sense. Why was she all over him? What are you talking about?
Why, bro? She literally said that he wasn't. I didn't find him attractive. That's
not what she said. Again, you're lying. You're wrong.
So she didn't say that. So you're telling me she didn't say that.
You want to bet?
So you're telling me she didn't say.
You don't have to keep asking me. You don't have to keep asking me the same stupid question. Do you want to put some money?
It's not a stupid question.
It is, because that's not what she said. So do you want to bet?
What did you say then?
And I'll do the no.
Bro, pull it up.
Hold on. I'm not gonna do the work for you unless you're gonna pay me. Do you want to bet? Put some money on it.
I'll put money on it. I'll put money on it. Bro,
put 1,000 on it. Put 1,000 on it. Right now.
You don't got 1,000, bro.
I don't got 1,000?
You don't got 1,000, buddy.
All right, bro. Put 1,000 on it.
I'm not. Number one, I'm not putting 1,000 on a video. No. But
all right. So let's get back to it, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because I'll put whatever you want to put on it, because I know exactly what she said. That's why.
So what she said?
I'm not guessing.
So what she said?
She never said Steph wasn't my first choice. She literally said shut the fuck up. God damn.
Nigga, don't talk to me like that, bro.
Literally, I did it. Now what? What you gonna do? Leave? Nobody give a fuck. What she said was, when I dated Steph, right? She met Steph when they were young. I think like junior high school age. She moved down here from Canada. They went to the same church together. She literally said in the interview, I never even watched him play basketball. I never even went to the games. I didn't know how good he was. I knew him through church, and he was the man at church. Everybody liked Steph. That's literally what she said. She said all the girls like Steph, me included. I never thought he would go for me. That's what she said. The opposite of what you're saying.
Oh my God, she didn't say that.
She said she bet 1,000 on it.
No.
Bet 1,000 on it.
You're literally lying, bro.
Bet 1,000 on it.
Oh my God, you're literally lying, bro.
Bet 1,000 on it.
What? Okay, how does betting make it what you're saying any less false?
I'll do the labor for you.
I don't care about the labor. People can go look it up. People can go look it up in this chat, bro. You can go look it up.
You can go look it up.
Bro, I'm not looking it up.
Okay, because you never did the first time.
That's exactly, bro. Like, we've seen the video. They were on TikTok. We literally saw them.
Bro, you never watched the whole interview. I did. Bro, see? I got it on my page, actually. I got proof of what I'm talking about.
I literally did a stream for the interview.
No, you didn't.
I did a stream for the interview.
You just said we saw videos on TikTok. Stop lying. You didn't watch the whole interview.
I'm saying we pertaining. No,
you didn't watch the whole interview.
Nuance, bro. We as in the chat. People on TikTok have seen the thing on TikTok.
You didn't watch it. What did she say then? Quote her verbatim. What did she say when she said that Steph wasn't her first choice? Give me the whole context like I gave you. What did she say? Before and after. Tell me.
She quite literally said, I didn't find him attractive at first.
No, she didn't say
literally.
that. quite
Okay.
literally, you're just making up
Okay, bro. Okay, bro.
And this is what
All
I'm
right, bro.
saying.
All right,
And this
bro.
is what I'm saying.
All right,
Y'all
bro.
have to make up lies to convince yourself that this woman is a demon. Whole time,
I'm
it's
not
you.
saying she's a demon.
You the
I
fucking
never
devil.
came in with that. I
You
never
the
came in
devil.
with that.
Hold on.
I'm saying
I'm telling you, you the demon though, because you a fucking liar. You are lying
I'm not
on this
lying.
person. You are lying.
I'm not lying. I don't, bro.
You
I don't
never
care
heard
if
her
she
say
said that
that.
shit or not.
Now you
My
don't
thing
care
was
if she
I was
said
relating
that or
it
not.
to Jonathan
Hold
Owens.
on. No. Now you don't care if she said that or not? The fuck are you
No, the
talking
whole
about?
point is I don't care what anyone is saying. I'm proving the point.
You don't have
Like,
a point.
I'm not hung
You
up
don't
on
have
her
a
being a
point.
demon. She could be an angel. I don't care.
Hold on. You don't have a point. That was a part of your point.
I do have a point. I'm trying to show you why people have that sentiment towards her. The same way they have
What
that
sentiment? You just
Huh?
listen. You're trying to tell me why people have a sentiment towards her. And the example, one of the examples you gave was she said Steph was her second choice. That is a lie. So you don't have a point. What the fuck are you talking about? That you don't have a point. Because
I
that
didn't
never
say
happened.
second. I said she didn't find him attractive at first.
You said she was, sir, stop. You don't even know what you be saying because you lie so much. First you said
I'm not lying.
you are. Stop. You said that she said that he was her second choice. You said both of those things. You did not say the first thing though. You did say that first. Then you said the other thing later. So stop. That's what that this shit is crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. You lied
I
and just
literally
said
do,
you
though.
streamed the whole thing. Stop saying literally. You're using it out of context. You don't have to say literally before
Well,
you say you did. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's
And
not
you're-
in or out
So
of context. It's
so
literal.
you're lying. No, you don't have to say literal when you say that I know what I'm
I
talking
don't have
about.
to, but I am. Now what?
It's redundant. I'm just trying to teach you how to speak English, you fucking nitwit.
I know how to speak English, bro. I have 2
You
degrees,
don't.
bro.
Then
I
why
know how
are
to
you
speak
saying
English,
no, you
brother.
don't have to. You don't have 2 degrees.
Yes, I do, bro.
No, you don't.
I have an MBA.
No, you
I have
don't.
an MBA.
No, you don't have an
care.
MBA. Stop
Okay, I'll
lying.
pull up. I'll literally send you the certificate, bro. I'll send it to you.
Lying. Send it.
Okay, cool.
I'll wait. No,
right, bro.
I'll wait. Y'all be getting up here lying so much. You just lie, just effortlessly. You got an MBA, but you don't know how to speak English.
I'm speaking English. I can speak Swahili as well, bro.
Then speak that, because you don't know how to speak
You
English
wouldn't
that
understand
well.
it.
I know.
When
speak English.
Yamaza. You don't understand what I'm saying, bro.
I know. I speak English. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because I speak English
better than you.
No, you.
Yes,
now
I
you're
do,
lying.
bro. Yes,
Now
bro,
you're lying
I do.
again. That's why you say bro.
Yes, I do, bro.
Every other word.
'Cause
you say bro every other word.
Because I can. I can. Like people in New York say mud. Does that mean that they're like illiterate
Bro,
because they're saying mud?
That's not a good analogy. You also don't understand analogy.
It is. That's a great analogy.
I got you. We're gonna go to Wilfred AI right now. Maybe he can help you out.
Whatever, bro. Whatever,
Hey,
bro. You don't know what you're
Be
talking
quiet. I got you, man. Take your whole ass on. Go
Nah,
ahead,
you got-
Wilfred.
You can't talk, bro. Whatever,
Shut
bro.
the fuck up. Let Wilfred go.
Whatever.
Let him go. Let another man go. Mr. NBA.
How you doing, bro?
What's up? Nia said on Muse for saying literally so many times. He's saying never mind. We gonna get into it. Go ahead, Wilfred.
Bro, yo, if Ayeash was a man, we'd have a bigger issue with him, man. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we would. A bigger issue. Like, imagine if one of the bros, like a bro, like someone made it, and the bro in his group was like, yo, imagine my career if I didn't follow this dude around. Like, oh man, I'm known as LeBron's like best friend. What if I was like had my own career? Like, imagine the dude is like friends with LeBron and came out and said, yo, I was Bron's friend. And you know what? I kind of always supported him in the background and I never followed my career because, you know, I'm just known as Bron's friend. I mean, I think dudes would laugh him out the park. Don't you think?
No.
Oh, bro, come on.
And disingenuous, of
Dude,
course.
come on.
Spell it. Spell it.
DISINGENEOUS. Disingenuous, brother. I know how to spell, brother. Now you spell
Nice.
it. You spell it. Now you spell it.
You just
Now you spell it. No, but you don't.
Hey, man,
I could be
shut
wrong.
the fuck up.
The point is, dudes will laugh him out the park. Like, bro, get a career. Why
Jesus
you
Christ.
upset that you Bron's friend? You know what I'm saying? If it was a gay couple, it would be the same thing. Like, we would roast him even harder. People would be telling Bron to drop him, bro. Like, drop this parasite.
Hey, they said he misspelled it. That's what I'll be saying, cuz I wasn't even listening to this fucking dummy. I wasn't even listening to you when you spelled it. I'll be honest
So
with
that
you.
you would catch the E.
I got you. Anyways, you was a dummy. Go on and hang out in the comments. Take a lap. So that's what I be saying. That's Mr. NBA there. He literally misspelled it. Yeah, that's why I be. Yeah, y'all just be playing in people's faces. Wilfred, men do that all the time.
When, bro? I've never seen that.
Men complain about being in the background all the time. Not only do men complain about that, they literally will unalive their friends.
I mean, that's different. You're right. Some dudes do get that personal start unaliving. I mean, I know it's possible. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Hold on.
Theoretically.
Yeah. No, men unalive their friends.
But they don't go on shows.
Out of jealousy. Hold on. Wait. Unaliving your friend is worse than going on the show. Secondly, stop. This is not about. That's not a good comparison. Thirdly, men also understand when men go, yeah, you know, I wanted to break free and I wanted to get from underneath the shadow of my homeboy and carve out my own legacy. Men also understand that. Nobody is going to be like, nigga, you got on with it. But niggas going to be like, nah, I get that. You're proving my point. You just made that up.
No, people will understand you doing your own thing, but to like start complaining to somebody else, like, yo, I really gave up my life to be his friend. Like, he really made it, and I'm just a background character. And, you know, what if I sometimes visualize my life if he didn't make it? And I was supposed to be the one that made it, not him. Bro, that's some hating ass energy, bro. Come on.
She didn't say she was supposed to be the one.
No, she said she thought.
I didn't take it. Yeah, she said she thought, though, which is fine.
Man, if my homie came out and said, I thought I was the one that was.
How old was she when she thought that? How old was she?
Probably like 18, though. I don't know. Probably 18.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's your point? I didn't mean to invite you up. What are you talking about at this point? What are you saying?
Something's off about it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I know you're trying to flip it.
What's off about it is that she's not a man. That's the thing. And y'all be so homosocial with these celebrities, and especially the male celebrities that you think are with the male celebrities specifically, that you can't understand a woman who is a, you know, taking care of kept woman. You can't understand why she would ever want or feel like she didn't carve out her own legacy. But you would understand a man if a man wouldn't even be fucking Ayeash Curry.
That's true.
A man wouldn't even be Ayeash Curry. He wouldn't even, like, you know what I'm saying? like, you know, like, what's his name? Safari.
Yeah.
Safari was with Nicki Minaj, right?
Yeah. You're right. A man wouldn't put up with that. I ain't
never heard no man come after Safari for sabotaging his relationship with Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, but he said, "Oh, I wrote for her," but he didn't come out and say, "Oh man, Nicki, you know."
That's not you. Why are you glancing? You are glancing over what I just said.
No, it's about how you do it.
He sabotaged their relationship, bro. He sabotaged their relationship.
So you think she's sabotaging the relationship?
No. Him, Safari sabotaged his relationship with Nicki, right? Because he was so jealous of her success, and he felt so entitled. He felt so entitled that he literally sabotaged their relationship, right?
No, I respect that more.
Hold on. I haven't heard. How do you respect? That's stupid. I haven't heard one man come after Safari, right? But Ayeash Curry, her husband, is coming out and saying, no, I understand what she's saying. I support what she is saying. I support what she's going through because he's with her and he understands he's not a dumbass.
Oh, wait,
he's not jealous.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
y'all fighting harder for him than he's fighting for himself.
So Steph came out and said, look, I understand what she's going through and I'm cool with it.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Go look up when it just happened when that fucking idiot Buki Woods had made that video about her. He was saying the same stupid shit you saying, and then Killer Mike came on and was like, "Steph going outside." I'm paraphrasing, and then that shit got picked up by like Shade Room, and then Steph went under the comments and was like, basically like, "Killer Mike, shut the fuck up. I expected from this idiot, but you need to shut the fuck up." Pretty much, and Killer Mike deleted his comment.
If the husband is supporting it, I can't say nothing. If he really said that, oh, I'm cool with it, you know, I'll let it go.
It's not if. He did. Yeah. Okay. There's no if. You can literally go look it up. That's exactly what happened.
Okay, you got me that.
That's exactly
he supported. Who am I to hate? Shoot. Who am I to hate? Okay, you got it, bro. You got it.
Bet. Yeah, they did the same thing with Jada. Will Smith says, I support Jada. He go on the Red Table Talk, backs up everything she said. You listen to the conversation with Jada and Will. Clearly, Will is a monster. Clearly, Will is a monster. I'm not saying Jada wasn't. I've already had a discussion about Jada. I don't even want to bring that up, but Jada fucked up when she slept with August Alsina. She shouldn't have done that. That was weird. I don't care what nobody said. That was weird. That was her. That dude's 20 years more younger than her. That's her her son's friend. It was weird. It was inappropriate. I don't care. That was inappropriate as fuck. No doubt about it. But as it pertains to Jada's treatment of Will is the monster, not Jada. That's all I'm saying. Will is the monster, not Jada. Will was the cheater. Will, you know what I'm saying? Will was the one that never respected her, didn't listen to her. Y'all remember the story about the party? She said, I didn't want to have no big ass party. And then Will, being Will, because he's a fucking narc, he needed to throw her this big ass party and be performative. Because that's how, and everybody loves Will from the outside. Look, he's a complete narcissist. Everybody loves Will from the outside looking in. She was basically like, yeah, I didn't want all of that though. That's not who I am. He totally disregarded my feelings and threw this big ass party. That was just one of the examples. Like I've listened to a ton of, and I was like, oh yeah, no, that nigga's a fucking monster. Like that's crazy. Like that's crazy, right? I'm listening to that. I'm going, yeah, Will's the problem. I come out the interview, I get on the internet. Next thing I know, the man's like, Jada is a demon. I was like, what? Where the fuck did you? But y'all not listening to the same shit this man said that she was right. Will never said, nah, Jada, you fucked me over. You did me wrong, blah, 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 blah. When he was crying, he wasn't crying because of what Jada did to him. He was crying about what he did to her. That meme of Will crying was he was crying because of what he did to her, not what she did to him. Y'all stupid as hell. You don't understand. That's how I know y'all not really that's why y'all women don't like y'all. That's why y'all divorced. That's why you a baby daddy. That's why you a bitter baby. That's why. I know. I see it. I see it now. I'm like, oh yeah, now I see exactly what it is. That's why she don't like you. You don't listen. She'll be right in your fucking face. It's right in your face. That one, they sat up there and said the whole shit. Ayeash Curry, the first time y'all came after Ayeash Curry, Steph got on the internet and was like, pretty much, y'all need to mind y'all fucking business because I hear exactly what my wife is saying. That's essentially what he said. Fast forward, 3, 4, 5 years later, she gets on the internet, gives more context. So you should understand it better. The last podcast she did, the Call Her Daddy podcast, I even said it. I said there was a moment when I was listening to Ayeash where I was like, I don't know, I really don't get it. But after this interview, it's 100% clear what she's saying. Like I totally understand what she's saying, right? Boom, I get out of that interview. Next thing you know, I get on the internet and it's a bunch of dumbass men like, Ayeash Curry, oh my God, I can't believe she's doing stuff like that. And then Steph gets on the internet again and says, no. I hear exactly what my wife is saying. Y'all need to pipe down. We're not even going through anything. This is not even us going through something. What's happening isn't even nothing that I've done. Like, it ain't like Steph did it. She's never made it seem like it's something that Steph did to her. She always praises Steph and talks about how great of a husband he is and how much he supports her. Then he publicly supports her and he publicly supports his kids as well as privately. But at the end of the day, that woman is in the house every fucking day with 4 kids, with 4 babies. What do y'all not understand? I don't care how much money you got. You in the house all day with 4 kids. It's tough. And that's all you do? That's all you do. All you do is raise 4 kids and wait for your husband to get off of 2-week road trips. This motherfucker gallivanting all around the globe. He gets to be every fucking where. You at home with 4 kids. And y'all don't understand that. You can't wrap your brain around that as a man. He was a goddamn lie. That's why I said y'all wouldn't have no problem with her if she was a man. You would completely understand it if she was a man. If a man came out and was like if Stedman, look, think of Stedman. Now, Stedman is successful in his own right. I know y'all don't know shit about Stedman, but Stedman is successful, right? Oprah wouldn't marry no bum-ass man. But here's the thing. If Stedman came out after 45 years of being with Oprah, right, and was like, yeah, you know, I just always felt like I wasn't ever getting my flowers or whatever because, you know, I always was playing the background and I was supporting Oprah or whatever the case may be. And this ain't nothing on her because Oprah is a great partner and I love her to death and she has given me tons of opportunities, but I still like wake up sometimes and I'm lost. I feel like I'm just Oprah's husband or significant other, right? I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I never thought that would happen to me because I was a doctor, I was an actor, I was a da-da-da-da-da, and now I've just been relegated to one name, Stedman. I just really feel like, there's more to me than that, right? I feel like y'all would be like, yeah, brother, I understand. She dimmed his light. She dimmed his light. But now Aisha Curry just come out and go, no, my husband is fucking great. My husband is awesome. I love him to death. I love him to death. It has nothing to do with him. He's a great supporter and all that stuff. But I just feel like you know what I'm saying? Like I haven't established my legacy. That's it. I just haven't established my legacy. That's all I'm saying. The people who love mentioning the word legacy, who think babies are legacies when they're not, y'all mad because Aisha Curry knows her children aren't her fucking legacy, right? That's what's going on here? Because y'all don't understand English? You know her babies aren't her legacy, correct? Her 4 children, not her legacy. Her being a wife, not her legacy. That's not her legacy. Y'all mad because she talking about it in public? What exactly are you upset with? That's what I've been trying to understand this whole time. And then when I'm talking to the men, I see why y'all upset. Because you niggas is dumb. Because you just hear what you want to hear. The man was just trying to tell me what Aisha Curry said. Then when I was saying, oh no, she didn't say that. Oh no, I heard her. She didn't say that, bro. She never said that Steph was ugly. She never said that she was her second choice. She never said any of that. She never said it. She literally said, Steph was my crush. Everybody loves Steph, including me. She said, oh my God, I loved him. I just never thought he would go for me. Go listen to it. You stream the whole live, go listen to it. That is verbatim. She said, I never thought he would go for me. She said he tried to kiss her and she was like, whoa, what happened? Because at that point, I had never thought that he even liked me because I didn't think that he would like me. She said it like 4 times. She said like 4 different ways. She thought Steph was out of her class. She thought Steph was above. Mind you, listen, y'all. Steph was a multimillionaire already because of his father. He was born into an extremely wealthy family. So you mean to tell me that she didn't like him? She thought Steph was beneath her? The 6'3" basketball playing millionaire that every girl liked, she thought that guy was beneath her. Then I wonder who she thought was her type. I wonder who she thought was on her level then. Are y'all not, as much as y'all like Steph, she likes Steph. As much as y'all wanted to suck his dick from the bank, she wanted to do it. I ain't gonna hold you. As much as y'all wanted that man to play around with y'all private parts, she wanted it. She just didn't know it was gonna. She just never thought it was gonna be her. That's the only thing. She just never thought it could be her. That's all. That's the only thing that happened. I don't know how y'all got from that interview that she thought that Steph was not good enough for her. She literally was saying the complete opposite. She was saying the complete opposite. She was like, I never thought he would like me. We were hanging out all the time, and then he had to tell her, what do you think I'm over here for? You think I'm over here for your brother? And she was like, oh shoot, he actually likes me. She didn't go, damn. She said, oh shit, he actually likes me. I had no idea. Also, something I also will say about Aisha Curry. This is just me reading into things. Aisha Curry seems kind of sheltered in a way. I know she moved to LA when she was in high school and all that. She seems kind of sheltered. She seems very innocent and very, like unaware of the world and stuff like that. And a lot of, you know what I mean? Like, especially at 18, 17, right? So I can see her being like a little goofy, like girl, not even thinking that yeah, that's totally plausible. Steph was the man. Steph was the boy that had traveled the world already and had been all around the country already and had met Michael Jordan and had partied with celeb. Steph had already done all of that. He knew what the world was. She didn't know. She had no clue. Y'all, like, it's so good. What interviews are y'all listening to? What are y'all watching? I don't know what that means. Echo. What are you talking about? Echo, come up. I don't know what you're talking about. I love how y'all try to police how women talk and what they should say. Like, I don't be understanding that shit. Who are you to tell her how she should express? Like, who are you? Like, that shit is crazy. You can't find the request button? I don't know what's going on. Uh-oh. We got level down in here. That'll earn you a block. Now you lie all the time, but now you just really lie. You want to come up, level down? I'll give you one opportunity to come down before I block you. Come on down, level down. Say it to my face. Or online at least, because you a buster. You would never say it to my face. Say it online. Or you already gone, huh? I know you probably you like to say stuff and dip. I give you to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. I gave him, just so we know, y'all seen it. I gave him I gave him ample opportunities to come up here and defend himself. Now you blocked. Look at you. You like coming in here and saying weird stuff. Now you blocked. Who is y'all? Oh, the request button isn't there? How was other people requesting then? Other people was requesting earlier. I've been doing some weird stuff with my lives. I don't know what's going on. It's right there, no? Check again. Is it there now? Is it there now? Yeah, it's there. You see it? Okay, yeah. I see, yeah. I was about to say. That might be y'all shit. It was on for me. Yep. Yeah, y'all got to get off that. It might look. Switch over to the get off that Trump Wi-Fi. Get on the Obama Wi-Fi. Get on that. Get off that Trump shit. Uh-huh. That Trump Wi-Fi wicked, y'all. Come on now. Get your Obama phones out. Jazzy, I appreciate you. Jazzy said, Will told Jada to thank his mom because she was parent. What's that mean? Will told Jada to thank his mama because she was the parent. That his mom was the parent, or Jada's mom was a parent. You got that Netanyahu Wi-Fi. Okay. I see. I see. We having problems and issues here. I see what it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they hate it. Uh-huh. Hey, yeah, I'm on the ticky tax. Why is it on my head? What I do? We done? Is we finished? Is we done? Damn, we 41 minutes into it. The men's crashing out. They being dummies. Oh, they found the person who oh wow, okay. Never mind. It's not there here. They said the request box wasn't there, so I started it over. I want to make sure everybody could come up. Titty itch. My titty itch. My bad. I got a little titty itch. Oh, Jada was the main parent. I got you, Jazzy. Yeah. Matt Too Real. Let's see. There you go. I would love to hear this. I don't think men would give a fuck if a man said this. Y'all would totally understand. Yeah, exactly. Nick Cannon said the same thing when he was married to Mariah. He was like, "Oh, I had to come from underneath that." Her, like, what the hell? Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all didn't say nothing about it. Come on, Matt. Come on up, family. They definitely wish they was Aisha. I don't think Aisha is comparing herself to her husband. I think she's just using him as an example. Like, do you see what, this is what it looks like to like live out your wildest fantasies and, you know what I'm saying, and reach, all of this success. It's just that her husband just so happens to be Steph, but she could have said the same thing about Jordan. She could have said, look at Michael Jordan. He gets the da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just used Steph because that's her husband, because that motherfucker is, he's Steph. I don't have no problem with that. I don't feel like she was like saying like, I want every man to love me. Like every woman loves Steph. Now I'm sure a bunch of women be throwing themselves at Steph. I'm not saying that, right? But Steph ain't a sex symbol. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Steph is not a sex symbol, y'all. I ain't never heard a woman say she can't wait to hunt Steph. Or, oh man, I'm trying to meet Steph of all the like, thanks. I ain't never heard that before. Steph is not a sex symbol. Let's be real. I done heard more women pine over LeBron James than Steph. I feel like Steph feel like the homie. Steph feel like the homie. I see. That's why Aisha didn't know the nigga liked her, because he feel like the homie. You know what I'm saying? Devin says she having an identity crisis. Yeah. Yeah. Many of people who are relegated to the roles of father, mother, husband, wife, many people who day in, day out, like that's all they are, that's all they're seen as. A lot of them end up having identity crisis when they get older. That's it. That's all that's happening. She don't like Steph and she don't love him and they in competition with one another. I don't get none of that shit from what she's saying. And the dude who came up earlier was like, she just want a hot girl summer. And what if she do? What if that's a part of it? Because she was extremely sheltered for her whole entire life. And pretty much the first boyfriend she ever had was Steph. And they ended up getting married. That happens all the time. That's okay. It's just because it's a woman. I swear, it's just because it's a woman. That's it. That's your only problem. It's a woman. Well, and it's happening to a wealthy man, because the other part about this that a lot of the men don't want to talk about is because men actually believe that as long as you make enough money, there is nothing the woman could ever want for, right? And I want you guys to do a thought exercise with me real quick, okay? So a man could provide a woman with all the material things that she needs, correct? That still doesn't make him a good husband, right? Because you can provide a woman with all the material things she needs and then come home and be abusive, right? See how those two things work? So she can have a vicious ass car. She could fly on private jets. She could stay in the best hotels. She could live in a mansion. She could have and he could still be abusive, like Kanye West was to Kim Kardashian, right? You can still be abusive, but financially provide, right? And so therefore, you can still be a bad husband. But you can't be a bad husband if you aren't being abusive and you are showing up for your wife. Even if you're not providing for her 100% financially, because you can't, right? Most of the time, because you can't. That's like, you can be a great husband and not buy a woman every fucking thing that she wants or desires, but you can be a terrible husband and still buy a woman everything she wants and desires. The fact that y'all think, because you guys are not listening to the things that women are saying, and you don't have any empathy, and you don't have any education, and you lack common sense, and all the things, right? You think from the outside looking in, you can't wrap your brain around a woman who is being provided for financially. You can't understand, and I'm not saying that Steph is a bad, that's not even what I'm saying. I'm just trying to make this connection. That you guys think that just because a woman is financially provided for, that she won't lack anything emotionally. And that's a weird thing to think as a grown adult. That's just a strange thing. Like, I'm like, how do you not understand that? All the scenarios of wealthy people that are so unhappy, right? And I don't know if you guys know this about the studies, but I don't remember the exact number. But a long time ago, I read this study on how, like, there's like a certain amount of money in America that, like, if you make this amount of money, you more than likely you'll be happy. If you make under this amount of money, you more than likely won't be happy. And there is little to no difference after, like, let's say it's like $200,000 a year, right? And now, because I read the study like 6 or 7 years ago. So now it's probably like $150,000, $200,000 a year, right? So if you make $200,000 a year, your happiness is relatively the same versus somebody who makes $200 million a year. or somebody who is worth $1 billion. Like at a certain point, the money doesn't do anything. Just so y'all know, at a certain point, the money doesn't do anything. That's what it was when it first came out. Kendall, it was like 75,000. It's way more than that now. But yeah, so it's like in the hundreds of thousands, and like as a family, it's like $250,000 or something like that. At a certain point, the money doesn't do anything. So you can be Bill Gates. Bill Gates is the likelihood that Bill Gates is exponentially happier than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at a certain point, all that money probably starts to hurt you because you're making too much money. You have an absorbent amount of money, right? So it's hurting you at a certain point. You got too much money. That's what I'm saying. So y'all don't even understand because you want to be wealthy so bad. You want to be famous so bad. You think that would cure all of your ailments, but it won't. It won't. Kurt Cobain blew his brains out when he was on top of the world. When he was on top of the world, DJ AM OD'd on D-Rugs, on heroin. Mac Miller OD'd. Brittany Murphy. River Phoenix. Whitney Houston. Michael Jackson. Yup. Prince. Like, wake up. Go ahead.
I was thinking about that same exact thing. I feel like part of this and what happens with like a lot of celebrities or rich people in general, people don't understand that like to you, that's like your fantasy. That's your wildest dream. But for them, that's just their life. Like that's just like Steph Curry isn't necessarily Steph Curry, Taisha. Like, of course she knows who her husband is. She knows he's a famous basketball player. But he's the guy that she grew up with in church, that she met at 14. That, you know what I mean? Like she's Steph, she's his husband. Like same with his kids. They don't see Steph Curry like you see him. They see their daddy. So it's like when you look at these people and their lifestyles and all that they have and think like, yeah, of course we should all show gratitude for, you know, whatever we have, whatever. That's not talking about. But when you look at that and you say like, oh, you should be so grateful and you should never complain. It's because to you, that's like your wildest dream come true. And for them, that's just their norm. It's like somebody saying that to you right now. Like whatever your circumstances are in life, it's like somebody saying, you should just be so grateful. What are you complaining for? Blah, blah, blah. Because there's somebody less fortunate than you too, right? So,
there's always,
you know,
somebody less fortunate
like,
than
okay,
you.
yeah, this is just the norm for me. I'm not thinking about everyday life. Like, yeah, like I'm not going through my everyday life thinking, oh, I better not ever, you know, complain or have a bad day, or I better be so grateful for everything all the time. It's just, it becomes normal at some point. Like you said, there's a certain amount of money that you start to make where you're just comfortable, and that's just your normal everyday life.
That's facts. That's exactly what it is. I'm shocked that we as adults aren't able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the thing that's really annoying me, because I'm like, do you guys not understand that about money? Like, it doesn't do what you think it does for you, and fame doesn't do what it's
no, they don't, because think about how. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying to me, it's unnatural to be famous. Like a certain, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay there's a difference to me between being popular and being famous. See what I'm saying? Like, you can be popular. You can be like, I could be popular on YouTube. I could be popular on TikTok. Cool. You're popular. There is a completely different thing. That is completely different than being fucking Steph Curry. That's different. Fame is weird.
Yeah, very. And think, like, I have to tell people this even with like how they look at their kids, or how they, you know, think about things they do for their kids, and they're like thinking about how they grew up versus how the lifestyle they're giving their kids, and they're like, oh, they're so ungrateful. Like, people get so hung up on their kids being ungrateful, and it's like they don't know what they never had. Like, they don't know that they should be grateful that they can go in a pantry and grab a snack whenever they want because you grew up hungry. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't grow up starving. They didn't grow up having to, you know, fight for one box of cereal. That's not their life. So they are not going to show the same gratitude for what you have made normal for them. Like, it happens all the time. It's like, oh, they don't even know how good they have. And Yeah, they don't, a lot of them. But why would they? That's all they've ever known. So you can't say that your kids are ungrateful because you have made something normal for them and now you want them to act like it's not normal?
Crazy. And another thing to that point, people don't understand that all children, like no child should have to fight over a snack in the fucking pantry. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, my kids shouldn't be grateful that they don't have to fight over a snack. It should be no child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a bare minimum for our society. Maybe not bare minimum for you and me as parents, right? But for our society, that should be bare minimum, that kids could go and eat when they want to eat. And what, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's bare minimum. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. And y'all be trying to, like, that capitalism got y'all brains so fucked up. Y'all be really up here buying into that bullshit. Like, man, we lucky over here to be in a first world country. Nigga, no. No, bro. Y'all stupid. Don't drink that Kool-Aid, man. Bad, what's good with you?
Hey, what's up, brother? I might have joined a little late. I was joining to talk about the topic that was behind your head, man.
Yep.
You know, I think it's more so as people, we're not supposed to instantly know what somebody's doing. The same as I'm talking to you on here, that's kind of crazy to think about. I think it's more so the fact that she's going from platform to platform. We're indulging in it from the comfort of our phone. These opinions that, you know, she's letting be known about her husband, I just feel like not millions of people shouldn't know about it. You know, that she's not happy with her life and all this other stuff.
I never heard her say she wasn't happy with her life. And
she didn't say it verbatim, but she's alluding to it, that she's not getting that fulfillment that she might be searching for in her own personal head. You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to figure out the thing that I'm trying to figure out is we get up on these platforms every day and men love to talk about men's mental health. So again, it's okay for a man to express himself publicly. It's okay for men to get online and say wild shit about women and about their women. There's so many men, so many famous men that disrespect their wives. So many, right? I don't hear nobody complaining about that. Ayeash Curry gets on a platform and says something that she knows millions of women can relate to. Literally millions of women. And the crazy thing about it is that it's more powerful coming from Ayeash Curry, because she's like, it's even happening to me, a wealthy woman. I'm telling you that you still get lost in being a wife and in being a mother. So don't feel bad about it, women. I understand. I get it. Even me, the money ain't gonna cure it. It don't go away. And you're saying like we shouldn't know about that? I think that is a very important message. Very important.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it more so depends on, we don't know them and what goes on in their relationship behind closed doors. If Steph is okay and they're both okay with giving personal information on their relationship to the public, then that's great. Like, maybe like you're saying, help a woman in a similar situation, or even be an inspiration to women that might be in that situation in the future. But, you know, I think I don't know. I don't think it's more so a man or a woman thing. I personally feel like certain things in your relationship should just be kept between the couple, you know,
like what?
To avoid a Will Smith situation where he's being publicly chastised so much that he has to go on stage and feel like he has to prove a point because to be the bigger man, quote unquote, you know, and
why is he being chastised?
Will Smith?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, have you looked at the comments recently of what?
No. Why is he being chastised?
Just certain comments that his significant other makes about him and about their relationship.
Yeah. So you're blaming Jada, not Will. Not Will writing in a book that he cheated on Jada. That's not enough to get him chastised. Not his own words. You're blaming Jada for his actions and his words.
I don't blame Jada or Will for either of it, but
hold on, wait.
Me personally, I haven't seen Will go off on a media tangent about
bad. Hold on. He literally wrote a book and he talked about it in the media. So your ignorance doesn't excuse the fact that he did it. And like it's just convenient that you only heard the shit Jada said, right? You don't think that that says more about you than it does about her and him?
Hey, maybe that's just how my algorithm's set up, you know.
Exactly.
But I am a man, so
Hold
I
on,
might be geared
hold
more
on. I'm a man.
towards.
I'm a man
Yeah.
too. That's not an excuse. Why do you think your algorithm is set up in that way? Why do you think you only heard the shit that Jada said about him and not all the things that he did to her?
Yeah, I just hadn't read it, man. To be honest with you, I didn't see it.
No, but no. Why? Think why?
Because of how my algorithm's set up.
And why is your algorithm set up? Like, what is the algorithm? What does it do?
It tailors to what it thinks you're interested in.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So, could it be that the reason why you want to blame Jada, possibly, probably, is because you're misogynistic and you're doing the thing that all these men are doing, which is shifting the blame from the man who it should be on, who the actual villain, the dude who actually, the person who actually did the bad thing, to the woman. And in Aisha Curry's case, Steph isn't the villain, nor is Aisha the villain. Right. I've never heard her say anything bad about Steph. So, but in Will and Jada's case, could it be the reason why your algorithm only showed? Because my algorithm showed me what Will Smith said and what Jada said, and I listened to what they said. And Will Smith actually said some of the stuff that he did. See what I'm saying? He openly admitted to it, and he thanked her for being a parent and all. And he talked about how she was there and she was in the trenches, and he got to live his similar to Aisha Curry. He got to live his wildest dreams and all of that stuff. Jada Pinkett Smith was famous. As a child, she was famous. As a teenager, she was famous. In her early 20s, she was famous. She was a budding actress. She was in Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had a great career, but she put a lot of that on the back burner to do what?
Support,
be a wife, be a wife,
mm-hmm.
and be a mother. Yep.
And that's kind of what I was saying in the beginning. Like, just as humans, I feel like we're not, this whole algorithm and the internet, like this isn't how things were supposed to be, man. Like, my perception of something could be totally jaded just based off what I click on, and the next person too. You know what I mean? Just kind of to your point. Like, I had no idea about the Will thing, about the book or what he put in that book. And that's just crazy that the internet can literally shape your perception of something just based on the algorithm. The algorithm is the truth to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And as people, I don't feel like it's just crazy how technology is and how it can warp your perception.
I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I just think that a part of it is you need to take accountability for you being misogynistic. And you're not doing that. You're saying, oh man, the algorithm made me misogynistic. No, you was misogynistic before the algorithm made you misogynistic.
But I don't feel like I don't feel like Will's even any better for putting that in a book though. That's just as wrong.
But what is
I'm reading these comments, they sound backpedaling. No, it's not backpedaling.
What did Jada do? But what did Jada do?
I don't know. I just don't like these public humiliation rituals for any human.
Hold on, wait. Listen to what I'm asking you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You are making bold claims. You are saying that Jada embarrassed Will. That's what you're saying. How? What did she say? You have to. Listen to what I'm saying. You're making the claim, but then you can't substantiate. So are you not understanding that that would actually prove that you are just brainwashed? You're just repeating stuff that the other men are saying? Because you don't even know what she said. You don't even know what she said.
At this point, no, because I'm not that invested, but I've seen lots of clips about it and stuff. But I can't quote it word for word what was said. You know what I mean?
What was the sentiment? What was the sentiment?
Sentiment is pretty much Will isn't a good enough man for me, not masculine enough, all this other stuff, doesn't cater to me, all this other things like that.
Yeah, never said none of that.
But I'm saying I'm kind of paraphrasing it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have it word for word.
You're not paraphrasing. That's just an outright lie. She never said that man wasn't masculine enough for her. That's actually the opposite of what she said. She said he was too focused on being some masculine macho man and not focused enough on her actual needs and what she actually needed from him. So it's the exact opposite.
Okay. You know, well, hey, look, y'all teaching me a little something. That's why I came on here, is to learn and grow and get familiar with different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading these comments too, saying I'm backpedaling. It's not backpedaling.
Don't worry about the
having
comments,
a conversation and learning more.
It is what it is. Don't worry about that. I would love to hear this take of Jada Pinkett Smith was married, sleeping with kids her son's age. Mm-hmm. Yep. And Will Smith was married sleeping with women too. So I'm just saying, and they were but when Will did it, they weren't in an open relationship. When Jada did it, they were in an open relationship. So I can separate the two. What the point is that Jada didn't wrong Will. She did something wrong though, which was sleeping with her friend, sleeping with her child's friend. I said that earlier. I think that was wrong and weird and problematic. That is separate because we're talking about what she did to Will, right? And even if you wanted to say this, that would be embarrassing for Will. To be honest with you, that is embarrassing for Will, for sure, no doubt about it. That's also embarrassing for Will, right? I'll acknowledge all of that. I'll acknowledge all of that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll acknowledge all of that because if a man did that, that would be crazy. If a 40-plus-year-old man slept with his daughter's friend, and while even if they was on a break and all of that stuff, and then publicly came out and said that she did it, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'll be like, damn, that was embarrassing as well. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I don't think. I hope none of us are defending that, right? I hope that's not.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Also, I mean, each side has its, things that people are going to center towards more. Like if a girl did it, quote unquote, oh, she's a hoe. If a woman did it, he's predatory. So, because it's a younger woman, you can flip it like that. So either way, I feel like it's going to be looked at bad no matter what.
Yeah.
I think this idea that people shouldn't come out and speak not even against their marriage, but just like share, like especially people with a platform shouldn't share the very real things that go on in marriage. I don't agree with that. I feel like that is the problem. Like we talk about divorce rates all the time. And part of it is that people go into marriages very blindly about what it's supposed to be or what marriage is supposed to look like. Like we have this idea that like, oh, what happens in this house stays in this house. And, we keep everything so to the chest and so secretive about marriage. And I think that's the problem. People don't have the tools and the skills to work through these problems that they are not the only ones having. A lot of marriages are having the same problems, but everybody is more focused on pretending like their marriage is perfect instead of being real about what really goes on.
Yeah. And it seems like the only people that don't have a problem with talking about how marriage affects them, appreciate you, how marriage affects the kids and all those things are women. I very rarely hear men actually owning up to the things that they do, the things that they did, the way that marriage has changed them, the way that they treat their wives, the way that they treat their kids. I very rarely hear men talking about that openly. Like that shit is rare. I hear women talking about it though. It's just hilarious that when they do, here comes the men to wag their fingers at them and be like, oh, that's embarrassing and da-da-da-da-da. Then let it be embarrassing then. What's embarrassing is what's more embarrassing and what's more problematic is the treatment that they're receiving from their husband, right? First and foremost, most of the time. But again, if we're talking about Aisha, this ain't even got nothing to do with Steph. This ain't even got nothing to do with Steph. I want to be clear. I want to be as clear as day. Aisha Curry, to my knowledge, does not have a problem with Stephen Curry. Like, I've never heard her say anything that made me think that Steph was the problem. Ever. Not one time. If anybody has if y'all can point to something that, you know what I'm saying, that you think that, fine, show me, let me know. I've never heard anything she said where I went, man, she blaming Steph. Damn, Steph treats you like that? I've never heard it. It's always been, I'm in this relationship. I got with this man when I was really young. I've kind of lost myself. I don't know how I feel about myself. I'm trying to find my way. Da-da-da-da-da. I feel like that's all. It's always been about her. It ain't been about her kids. She never said she don't like her kids. She ain't never said she don't like her mother-in-law. She ain't never said that she don't like her dad. I've never heard any of that shit. I've heard me, as it should be, by the way. This is not selfish of her. This is the right, this is what she should be doing. If Steph doesn't have anything to do with it. She's just been talking about herself. But somehow, some way, the men are hearing what she's saying and y'all turning that shit around and acting like she's vilifying Steph. I don't hear it. I've literally never heard her say anything bad about Steph. I'm so confused. I don't get it. I've been waiting and waiting. Y'all tell me, what has she said that was bad about Steph. Go ahead, Ryan.
Bro, I wouldn't say she said anything bad per se. It's just that she puts her ego above the relationship in certain instances that's not necessary.
How is this a reflection of her ego?
Because she feel like she's not fulfilled herself in a certain sense. That's all that ego is to a point.
Okay, I'm okay. You know, ego isn't a good or a bad thing, right?
No,
it's just a thing. Like everybody has an ego, right? It's just if your ego. Yeah. So is it okay for a person to feel unfulfilled in a world that has told us the way you carve out your legacy and the way you establish your legacy is through, like acts in the world, like what you do in the world?
That's not a problem, but don't reflect that. Don't have your relationship be a correlation of that. That's what seems to be the case most of the time with her.
Why not? Because is literally the reason. That's the reason why she feels like she hasn't been able to do that, because she consciously made the decision to be a mother and be a wife. She didn't know, by the way, and I don't know if y'all know this, she was a teenager when she met Steph. She was in her early 20s when she got married. Most women, most men, we do not know what marriage is going to look like for us 15 years down the line. We don't know what marriage is going to look like for us after we have children. She's learning. She's in the process of learning, right? And she's just expressing that. Where's the beef?
But she made the conscious decision to stay in a relationship. So
should she leave?
You can't complain about that if you want to be there.
Why not?
That's
you can't complain about that. How is it counterproductive? What do you think is more counterproductive? To ignore it or to talk about it?
You can talk about it, but not to the world. That's a private conversation.
Why? They already had, Ryan. They had the conversation privately. Now she's expressing it to the world. What is the problem? I'm not understanding.
If they had the conversation privately, and she's having a conversation with the world, that means she still has a problem with it.
Because she still hasn't established her legacy. Yeah. So I'm not understanding. Why can't she express that? And there's millions of women who feel the same way. Millions. She shouldn't be able to express that? Share her story?
This is one thing I also think a lot of people thought about. I mean, how old is she?
36.
She still got a lot of life left to do those things.
Okay, but she's not doing. She just had a baby. She just had a baby. So she got to raise
people at the end of the day.
Yes, they do. Ryan, do you have children?
No.
Kids stop you.
She has more resources than the average person.
But this is what I was trying to tell you. This is what I was saying earlier. Men especially, we think that money stops you from being like that, absolves you of the responsibility of being a mother and a wife. It doesn't. She's still a mother and a wife. Yes, she has more resources than the average person. You're right. And instead of you looking at it and going, damn, then that actually proves how hard it is to be a mother, because she has all the resources and it's still hard for her. You go, oh, she has all the resources in the world, so that should just cure all her problems. Not true. It's not how it works, unfortunately.
I probably got the perfect example of this.
Okay.
You follow the Eagles at all? The Philadelphia Eagles.
So, I mean, I don't know. It depends on what we're talking about. I know the sports somewhat, though.
I mean, so they a run-heavy team, but one of the best players on their team is a receiver.
Brown. You talking about Brown?
Yeah, AJ Brown, yeah. Mm-hmm. So when he was on the sideline reading a book because he wasn't getting thrown the ball, feeling his ego as a player, do you think that was a good thing or a bad thing?
Him reading a book was disrespectful. If he came out, though, and talked about it publicly and said that without the book reading incident, but if he got on a podium and was like, I love that the team is winning, and I'm just disappointed that I'm feeling like I'm not being included in the plan or whatever, I wouldn't have any problem with that. Reading the book is disrespectful.
He says that, but he said reading the book kept him from showing the emotions that he wanted to. And you saying her speaking about this publicly might help her from doing things that she shouldn't do or feeling a way that she shouldn't about herself. It's the same
That's not even what I was saying. It's not, though, because, again, the reading of the book is disrespectful. Him talking about it is not. She's just talking about it. That's the one-to-one here. See what I'm saying? The one, again, I wouldn't have a problem with him getting on the podium and talking about it.
You're right. She is just only talking about it, but to a certain extent, it's talk behind those actions because of the audience and the crowd that your words attract, you know?
Again, Ryan, maybe the message isn't for Ryan. Maybe it's for the mothers and the wives. Right? Like, this might be one of those instances where you might need to stay out of women's business. That's honestly, if you don't get it, and there's no shade, no tea. If you as a man can't understand what Ayesha Curry is going through, then this might be a moment for you to just get out of women's business. Like, you just don't get it, and that's okay.
No, I mean, I feel like we're thinking about it from two different perspectives. You're thinking about it, her personally as a person,
and I'm going through it
as a collective, as a unit, them two together.
Her husband don't care. What are you talking about?
You don't know how he feels about it.
He came out and said he don't care. What are you talking about? I do know. He's literally saying it.
All right. I feel like this is the true test. When he retires from basketball, we're going to see how long he stays in that relationship.
Okay. That's irrelevant to me, but yeah. I don't know.
I mean, because you really don't have to deal with it or deal with her. Neither one of them really do at this point.
What? Why can't he get divorced now?
I said he really doesn't have to deal with her or it.
What do you mean he doesn't have to deal with her or it?
I'm sure almost half all his days spent playing basketball or getting ready to play basketball.
Watch this. Exactly. And what is she doing while he's playing basketball? If you had to guess.
The life that she agreed to.
That's irrelevant, but what is she doing though?
With the kids, respectfully.
Yeah, she's with the kids, being a wife, doing all that stuff. See? And if you were in charge of taking care of a family, maybe you would understand it better. Maybe. I don't know if you would, but maybe you would, right? But I think that two things are happening here. You don't have a family. You never had to take care of a family. And same thing with bad. The misogyny is clouding your judgment, right? The reason why you're mad is because it's a woman saying this. Men say this shit all the time.
I'm not mad. I'm just a true believer of if you don't like the situation or you don't agree with it, you wouldn't be there, you know?
That's not true. You want her to leave her? Look, Ryan,
no,
stop.
I'm not saying
I'm
I want her
gonna
to
help
leave
you
her.
out. Listen, Ryan. If she left her husband, you would bash her.
I wouldn't care. It's not around relationship.
Then why do you care now?
The same reason you do.
No, you're contradicting yourself. I'm saying I'm not the one who said I don't care. You said I wouldn't care. Why would you care? Why do you care now, but you wouldn't care if she left you? It doesn't make sense. I have an opinion on this situation. I see a perspective, just how you see a perspective. That doesn't answer my question though. Why would you? All right, man. All right, this is what I'm saying. Steph Curry has come out and said, I support my wife. I hear everything she's saying. That's what Steph Curry has said, right?
Yeah.
Why do you have a difference of opinion than he does?
It's not an opinion because if that's his wife, he agree with her, that's all that matters. I'm just saying what I see as a person.
So you have a difference of opinion than he does. Because he doesn't agree with you. That's
no.
the point.
From him, it's not an opinion because he's in the situation. So what he says is actually true.
It's still his opinion, brother. What are you talking about? It's still his opinion.
It is.
So I'm saying, I'm trying to understand, why do you have a difference of opinion than he does? You're talking about the unit. So you're talking about Ayesha Curry and Steph Curry. Steph Curry has come out and said, I support my wife. Why doesn't Ryan? That's what I'm not understanding. That's all I'm asking you.
I'm trying to say this the right way. I wouldn't say I don't support her. I just don't feel like the whole truth is being told from what people see from their perspective. I just don't feel like the whole truth is being told.
Simplify that. It should be way more simple than that. That didn't make sense to me.
I mean, it's not really even her. It's just me and you talking, and we got different perspectives on the situation. I just feel like the words that she said are not necessarily needed to be said to the public, you know?
Again, her husband agrees with her. She thinks that they need to be said and millions of women agree with her.
Oh, this is another question I have for you. If he really didn't agree with that, do you think he would say that to the public?
I don't think he would say anything to the public if he didn't agree with her. I don't think he would defend her if he didn't agree with her. I'll be honest. I'm not saying he would come out and be like, I don't agree with her. I think he literally just wouldn't say anything.
I mean, I really don't follow what Steph said about it because you might be right about. I mean, you are right in certain situations. All we do see is the negative clips. I mean, the connotation of negative clips that people make around her. So sometimes that's all we see, and that's the only perspective that we have. But my only thing is,
who is we, Ryan?
The audience from social media, the same people, me and you debating this right here.
No, we didn't see the same things. I guarantee you.
I'm not saying all of us, some of us.
The we you're talking about are the men that are misogynistic that try to find reasons to blame women. That's why your algorithm showed you that same thing with bad.
A misogynistic conversation.
It is. I'm literally pointing it out.
A pro relationship. I'm looking at it from a pro relationship standpoint, and you're looking at an individual standpoint. That's what I think.
No, I'm not, Ryan. I understand relationships better than you do. I understand raising children better than you do. I understand what she was saying better than you do.
You understand those things better than me?
I'm in a relationship. I've been married for 14 years. I literally am raising my family, and based on our ability to communicate, I communicate better than you do, which probably means I understand what she's saying better than you do.
But I don't think you understand what I'm saying. That might be the biggest problem.
I do. I've been clocking it the whole time.
You think I disagree with everything that she's saying? No, I don't disagree.
That's not what I said. I never used an extreme. I didn't say you disagree. Yes, saying you don't support her and saying you disagree with everything she said are two completely different things, sir.
They might be, but in this situation, I think they're the same thing because all we can do is talk about it.
But they're not, though. And I was trying to help you understand why you disagree with her and what you're actually trying to say, right? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to use Steph as your justification for critiquing what she said, first and foremost. Am I right about that? Because that's what you said.
No.
Okay.
Because I don't know what Stephen Curry said about this situation at all.
Forget what he said. I'm telling you what you said about it. You said that I'm looking at it from the perspective of a unit. Who was in that unit, sir?
Those two people.
Okay, cool. And you ain't talking about Ayeash Curry. So is it safe to assume that you're talking?
I'm not saying him. I'm saying my viewpoint on how relationships should be, not Stephen Curry's relationship with her, just a man and a woman, period.
Okay. So you're not talking about Ayeash specifically, and you're not talking about Steph specifically.
No. I just feel like those things being said.
What did she say exactly that you disagree with?
I just feel like those things being said should be kept to a private conversation.
Ryan. What things specifically are you talking about?
Or even not even a private conversation with him and her.
Ryan.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to. I feel like you're very smart. I don't got to break everything down to you.
You do. You still got to break it down for me because I'm not making an assumption about what you disagree with.
Well,
you wouldn't want me to do that.
The clip that just came out a couple days ago, and then it was a couple years ago when she said she feels a certain way because she didn't get any attention from men all the time, like how she thinks she should or how she used to.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two things I'm referring to.
Okay, so you disagree with the notion that she feels undervalued and she feels like her husband gets to live out all of his dreams and she doesn't get to live out hers.
No, I don't disagree with that. I don't.
Because that's what she was.
Her. Those are her feelings. Though they could be true to her.
But that's what she said, though. That's what I'm saying.
It is true. It's true. What you said is true.
So what do you disagree with? That's what I'm trying to understand. Why would that be a problem?
To the audience that she displayed those feelings to, the public.
Why can't she express that? What is wrong with expressing that? How is that problematic? How is it problematic and who is it problematic for? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It could be, you're right. It could be problematic to how we see it. Those two might not care about it at all. which you already alluded to, which could be true. But I feel like at some point, certain things don't need to be said to everybody.
But we're going in circles. I want to move the conversation along.
Okay, move it along.
I'm
gonna just give you yes sir. Ask me questions that lead to a yes or no answer.
I don't want to simplify it. No, I don't want to simplify it like that though.
That's what you just asked me to do.
That's not. I asked. See, now
I said, did you want me to break down everything layman's terms? And you said yes.
Yes.
Now I'm asking you to do the same thing. Since we're going in circles.
That's not the same, sir. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
Since we're going in circles, just ask me yes or no questions, and I can
answer. A yes or no question is not breaking something down in layman's terms, sir. I want you to express to me what she said that was disrespectful. You said that.
I never said she said anything disrespectful. I said it shouldn't be said to everybody out loud.
Okay, and why? Why not? Who does it harm, and how does it harm them?
I already explained that.
You haven't. I swear to God, you haven't. Not even close.
I did. I promise you I did.
Okay, reiterate it. Tell me.
I'm not doing that, bro. I already said it like 3 times.
Okay.
But
this is why I'm telling you.
Can I say what I agree?
Wait. This is why I'm telling you. What you have a problem with is that it is a woman doing this. That's all you have. It's a woman doing this. That's it. That is your misogyny showing. You can't even express why. You don't even know why. You can't reiterate what she said that you disagree with, barely. Then when I ask you, okay, well, how was that disrespectful? You don't know why. You never told me how or why. You're not able to tell me who it harms. You said, again, going back to what you said it harms the union, her and Steph. And I said, but he already said he doesn't have a problem with it. So you moved off of that. Now you're talking about in general. I want to know how in general it harms relationships. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Teach me something. As a married man, maybe I need to learn something. Teach me something. He ran. That was interesting.
Let me ask you this, brother. Why do you think that if Ayeash Curry was a man, nobody would have a problem? Because I see it from both sides. Like, everybody wants to talk about me in the comments for seeing it from both sides. If it was a super successful woman who had a husband who maybe wasn't in the spotlight as much, and there was comments made, not to say that I just felt so strongly about them. I was just scrolling in here, seeing the topic, and decided to stay. You know what I mean? But I feel like I would view it pretty simple, almost exactly the same if it was a super successful woman and the man was kind of more so, quote unquote, the sidekick, maybe not the star.
You guys would completely understand that, because men are taught to believe that we should be the leaders, that we should make all the money, that the women should support us, and so on and so forth. You definitely would understand a woman saying that.
I would more so think he needs to kind of just suck it up and figure it out to get his goals accomplished, because he has the means to it. What is stopping her or him from
their kids
pursuing these goals?
The babies. Are y'all not listening? The babies, the kids. She had her first child within like months of them being married. They had their first kid right after they got married, within the first year. The kids, bro, 4 babies. She's the primary caregiver. Like, what are you not understanding? She has sacrificed her career like many women do and have done. This is a very common thing she is talking about. This is not crazy. This is not a one-off. This is not just Ayeash. This is literally fucking half the women will tell you this is their life. She just said the thing. Only difference is she's wealthy. And y'all can't understand that, because you think, what I've been saying this whole time, you think, because a man is providing for her financially, what the hell could she complain about? That is misogyny. That's what I'm trying to tell you, my guy.
But
I
me
don't have the remote,
personally,
baby.
if the woman
It's
was
broke.
also
It's
providing
broke.
for the man, I would kind of have the same thought process for it. though. That's the only thing.
No, you wouldn't.
You know,
You can tell me that.
other than
You can tell
you
me
did
that,
make
but
a
I don't
crucial
believe you.
point. You did make a crucial point is that yeah, she actually had to literally have these kids. That takes time and recuperation. Your body just isn't the same for possibly years, possibly for life. So that is the one thing that I will give you that I agree with is physically having those children is a drastic change for her
That's
life.
the whole thing. What do you mean?
But if but other than that part,
There is no other than hold on, wait, hold
what
on.
if Steph
No, bad,
what if
bad,
Steph
bad,
had to stay home with the kids?
bad. Listen. There is no but what if. That's the whole point. What are you talking about? That's the whole point. There's no but. You just explained it. And then you want to still, what are you doing? You just explained it.
Other than the childbirth and stuff like that, which is the most crucial part. But I'm talking about taking care of the kids. The babies are here.
Yep.
And, okay, so now it's time to just take care of the children and raise them. So what if Steph was the one that had to raise the children? I would tell him
basketball.
I know, but I'm saying on the flip side, we're talking about on the flip side because the whole quote of this is if Aisha Curry was a man, we wouldn't have a problem with her.
You wouldn't.
So I would kind of
do it all the time.
I would have the same mindset. Steph needs to chase his goals. Yeah, even if he has to watch the kids. I mean, that's just life. That's just life.
Everybody. Wait. What would be your suggestion?
Children do not stop you from pursuing your goals.
Do you have children?
It can. Yes, I do. It can slow you down.
Yes, that's the same. That's the same thing.
But it doesn't completely stop.
If you hold on, do you raise your children? Are you the primary care? You're the custodial parent?
I'm the only one who works. Yes, sir. Yep.
No, not work. See, you just proved my point right there. So you don't take care of your kids more than the woman does. You're the only one that works. She takes care of the kids. Nope. Don't move it around. You already said it. Yep. So
but when I come home, I'm as present as possible.
Nope. You're not. That's not what I asked you. I didn't say, do you take care of your kids at all? I was asking, are you the primary caretaker? You just walked right into my point.
Oh, no. Of course
you're not.
My woman
exactly.
is
exactly.
Yes. She does an amazing job. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you wealthy?
It depends what your definition of that is.
Are you wealthy?
I don't have any debt. I own a home. So that I put it into perspective. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes you wealthy, but okay, that's good.
I mean, it's just hard to, I'm well off. I wouldn't say wealthy.
You're well off. Okay.
Okay.
So you sound working class to me. You sound like a working class man. That's fine. But, but your woman right now, do you know that she is losing? How long has she not worked?
Probably about 4 years now, 5 years.
She's lost, I don't know, probably $100,000.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's no but. There's no but. I promise you, there's no but after that.
She has the option to always work if she chooses to. She could do whatever she wants. You know, that's just not what she wants to do.
Hold on, wait. There are consequences to her exercising that option, though. That's the point. You can, in theory, you can do whatever. I can rob a bank, but there are consequences to it, right? Stop saying she can do it if she wants. I hear you, but at what consequence? That's what I'm saying.
At the sake of spending less time with her children, which is most important to her.
Exactly. So yeah. No. Oh, wait. To her or to you too?
Her. Well, I mean, look, if she told me, hey, look, I don't feel fulfilled in this. I need to start focusing on my career.
Wait. I want you to answer that question because what you're saying doesn't answer my question. Mm-hmm. So, to you guys collectively, you want her to spend that much time with the kids?
No, that's honestly, this is what she wanted to do. She wants to stay home with the children and take care of them while I provide. And when I come home, I'm as present as possible.
Time out. So you're telling me that if you had the option, like if you had it your way, you would want your girl to go to work. You would want your woman to go to work and then put your kids in daycare?
No, okay, that's not what I said at all.
That's what I'm trying to help you understand. So you do want your woman to take care of the kids. That's all I'm asking. I don't know why this is so hard. You're trying to do all this weird shit to get out of it. The answer is yes.
You're saying,
You're
do I
making it-
want her? Yeah,
Sir,
I mean,
you're
obviously-
making it seem like it's her choice, like hers and hers alone. It's not. You also want her to take care of the kids. That's all I'm asking you.
Yes, but
Yes,
this
no
right,
but.
but
No
what
but. I don't care about the but.
is, I mean, you're kind of
There
acting like
is no but.
I have her shackled to the house.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's a straw man argument. I'm not saying that one bit. I'm just acknowledging the fact that both of you are making the conscious decision for her to stay home and you to go out and make the money. Right? And she is losing tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars by doing that, first and foremost. Secondly, she is not getting any recognition for doing her job. Her legacy is not being established whatsoever. Yours is. And lastly, are you married to this woman?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so she's putting all her trust in you. Y'all can get divorced tomorrow. Are you gonna pay for everything? You gonna make sure to the day she died, she don't gotta work? You gonna pay her mortgage forever? You gonna pay her rent forever? Are you gonna do that?
I mean, that's something,
Nah, that's a yes or no. That's a yes or no. That's a yes or no. I'll answer it for you. I would do it for my wife easily. No matter what. I don't care if she cheated on me. I don't care. As long as she didn't harm my kids, minus my kids, right? As soon as I had children with my wife, and as soon as I told my wife to stay home, right? I didn't tell her to, but you know what I'm saying? As soon as we agreed to her staying home, I agreed to subsidize, to pay her. I have to pay for her for the rest of her life. I have to do that. That's the deal. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
As
That's
far as like
ethical.
you're just so if you're saying if you guys got divorced next year, you're gonna send her money every month for forever.
I would give her access to all my money forever.
Yeah.
Like
so personally, I don't know if I would definitely give her the house, which I bought before I knew her. Was already paid off before I knew her. I would make sure she was set, but I'm not gonna be cutting her a monthly check if
I wouldn't I wouldn't cut her a monthly check either. I would literally just give her access to all the money. The same. She would just have access to all the money. She ain't never stole from me before. Why would she steal from me after the fact? That don't make no sense.
I mean there's a lot of stuff to think about with that. I mean, I don't know if because I know that's not gonna happen. You never know the future, but that's just what I believe, that we're in it for the long haul. But if not, there's a lot of things with that. I don't know. Did I have kids with another woman? Am I now in another marriage that
what does that have to do with your current? Yeah. So you don't marry that person. Because you made a commitment to this person. You already put this woman in harm's way, is my point. That's all I'm trying to tell you. You put your wife in harm's way. Because you ain't Steph. I ain't Steph. You can have a house paid off, fine, but you ain't Steph. She ain't about to have millions and millions and millions of dollars if y'all get divorced. That ain't gonna happen. She don't have you do not make enough money for that woman to retire on. That ain't gonna happen. And she lost all that money. She's losing right now. She's bleeding all that money right now. So you have to pay for that forever. That's just the reality. I don't know. But men don't see it like that because men you view the money as a privilege, right? Not as an obligation. I view it as an obligation, not a privilege. So I don't care if we're not together. I'm obligated because there are real world decisions. There are real world ramifications to my wife not working. See what I'm saying? For her, I'm saying there are real world ramifications for her not working that reverberate way beyond our relationship. So my ego, my all that, I wish we were together. Oh, she cheated on me. I did whatever. All that shit goes out the window because the money is because she still upheld her end of the bargain, which was in real time, she is not working and taking care of the kids. You see what I'm saying? So no matter what she does to me, no matter what happens, that part of the deal she's taking care of. Therefore, I got to take care of her financially forever. That's how it should be. And if you don't, to me, if you're a man that you're putting a woman in that position and you're not willing to do that for her, then you shouldn't put her in that position. You're trapping her. And I'm not gonna trap no woman. That's against
But
my religion.
I don't really think about that too much because I made these vows for life. I hope anybody who gets married does do that. So that is something maybe to kind of think in the back of your head. But I didn't get into this for anything other than for life. So I don't really think about that because I know I'm going to take care of forever because that's going to be my wife forever.
I mean, that's thinking like a child, though. Think like an adult. Don't think what you want to happen. Think about worst case scenario and protect her against worst case scenarios. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You have to protect her against yourself. You know what I mean? Like a lot of men don't do that. The vast majority of men don't protect their wives against themselves. They always talk about protection, right? The person that's most likely to harm your wife is you. Whether it be straight up abuse or you neglect or you put yourselves in a terrible situation financially, it doesn't matter. The person that's most likely to hurt her is you because she depends on you. So of course you're the person that's most likely to hurt her. And you're the person that can hurt her the most, right? So
for the chat, yes, I do have life insurance. Yes, I do.
Yeah. You need to protect her from you while you're living, from your decisions while you're living, even maybe from her decisions. Doesn't matter. You have to protect her from you. That's what I'm saying. So men don't think like that. Most men don't think like that. Most men are too busy, trying to be something that they're not, right? Seeing their wives as an extension of themselves and seeing their wives as and looking at it through this myopic lens of the patriarchy where like women stay home and men work and blah, 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 but you're not looking at it from a holistic standpoint. You're not putting yourself in her position, right? That's what I'm saying. Like I put myself in my wife's shoes. Like I could put myself in Aisha Curry's shoes. I don't got to be a woman to do that. I think that it's an easy thing to understand as a human being.
I think we're getting misconstrued. I didn't come on here and saying anything she did was wrong. I'm saying what I think is if it was reversed, I still would have the same viewpoint. Which is that it could have just been left unsaid, but that's them. Another thing about just circling back to the topic of outside of the Aisha Curry thing, I didn't sit down and be like, hey, baby, I want you to stay home, stay with the kids, and this is what it's going to be. What happened was she took her maternity leave, and during that, she realized that she didn't want to go back to work, and so I said, great, that's fine.
Because it's hard. Hold on, because it's hard being a mother.
Oh, that would probably be the hardest task there is, and these comments is crazy. That's
why she said I ain't going back to work. My wife, what did my wife tell me? She always get it mixed up, and she checked me on it. My wife said, I don't deserve a working wife. That's what she said. That's what she told me. I was like, you're right. She was like, you don't deserve for your wife to work. You're right. Say less.
And what I will say might be, because everybody just call me misogynistic.
Hold on, wait. Nobody, no, hold on, wait, brother. Nobody important. I muted you, brother. I invited you to come up. If you got something to say, you definitely could come up. We want to hear it. Say it with your chest. Don't be scared. Go ahead, brother.
You talking to me or Ryan?
I'm sorry. You were about to finish.
Oh yeah. But like I was saying, I didn't. This wasn't my plan. Was, hey, you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom. This is something that she totally decided. I'm seeing comments that I asked her why. Yeah, it was the stress of her job. She didn't home with her children.
She didn't totally decide it. You decided it with her.
I had plans, right? Other than after the first year in my head, I kind of thought she was gonna go back to work, but that wasn't that's just not what she wanted to do, due to just realizing how much she did want to be at home with the baby and the stress from a job. And I don't, because look, she's so the 10 role times, that she chose, 10 times the person I am.
But you know what's funny? Because y'all was saying this is what she chose. Okay, cool. You chose it too.
Yeah, and I support it wholeheartedly because I prefer it this
that's
way.
All I've been.
Yeah.
So why are you saying? When I just said that, brother, you were trying to make it seem like that's not what it was. That's my point. You supported it.
What I need to stop doing is talking to the comments too. I'm explaining my point to you and the things.
I don't know why you're reading the comments and talking to me. I can't do that. And I do this every day. I can't do that. I'm gonna let nobody important speak real quick, and then I want to get back to Ryan. He knew when I invited him up, so I want to hear what he got to say. This should be interesting. Nobody important. Where you at?
Conversation the other day.
Say what?
We have a conversation the other day.
Yeah,
We did, right?
we had a conversation the other day. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you was the right person. So if Aisha Curry was a man, I wouldn't have a problem with her. I disagree with that. I disagree with that wholeheartedly, because I'm not for men leaving their situations. I'm not for men leaving women with children. I'm not for none of that shit. All right. But what I do believe in is fair and equal. You see what I'm saying? Because if a man had said what she said, we would all be on his ass.
No, you wouldn't.
Are you still there? Did I lose you?
I'm here. At McDonald's Wi-Fi. Shit, wicked.
Hello?
Yep.
Hell.
I'm here, brother.
Okay, we there? My bad. Where did I leave off at? Where
You
I
were
leave
saying,
off at?
I think you were saying, appreciate you back. You were saying that it's unfair. Fair is fair or some shit like that.
Yeah, fair is fair, basically. So
Okay.
what I mean by that is the fact that I would, if I heard one of the brothers saying some shit like she said, all right, now you signed up for this, regardless of how this transpired or went, and the ups and the downs of whatever it is that you go through in your marriage, you signed up for that, all right. That's what I'm gonna tell my brother. So why would I not hold my sister to the same standard? Now I get what she's saying. You see what I'm saying? Don't misunderstand it at all. I understand what she's saying, but there's no time for regrets. You've been in this for way too many years. Because if a man had switched his or said the exact same thing, we would all be like, damn, dude, wrong. That's all I'm saying. Any of the things that I be talking about, just keep that shit down the middle, man. Keep it fair. Don't be one-sided.
Yeah. Again, I don't believe you or any man would have had a problem with a man saying that, because men say it all the time, and I don't be seeing y'all holding lives on it. I didn't see you hosting live on
You came in my live the other day,
brother,
that one time.
brother.
Come on, now, be fair.
Hey, please don't overtalk me. I don't see y'all hosting lives about Offset sticking up Cardi B for money. I don't see y'all hosting lives about all the shit that men be saying. I didn't see y'all host no live on Safari. I don't see none of that shit. I see y'all lives, but I don't be seeing none of that. So what I'm saying, Nick Cannon. I never saw a man host a live on Nick Cannon. When Nick Cannon said, I had to get from underneath Mariah's shadow, I never saw one man come online and publicly say, Nick tripping. Nah, man, he was married to Mariah. He tripping, right? I never heard that. Now, Aisha Curry got 4 kids, got married when she was in her 20s, dated Steph when she was in her teens. She's 36. And she's like, yo, damn, yeah, I'm kind of like starting to like come to this realization that, you know, I lost myself in being a mother and a wife. And y'all go, it's too late now. Like, nigga, is you crazy? That's not how that works. You definitely can say that. 100% she has the right to say that, without a doubt.
My whole question to you, I want to take it back to what you said, though. Because you said that you don't see none of this.
You said we.
Okay.
So you speaking for me,
cool.
and I'm telling you, I don't see men doing it.
Okay, cool. So I know plenty of men that are doing lives, holding men to a standard of accountability. What I find interesting is that you can only pinpoint the one live that you walked in the other day, bro. You be over here in your own lane, and you know that. All right, and I respect it.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
First time you came through my place,
Sir.
bro. You know it was.
Sir, first and
The
foremost.
first time you ever came through there, because if you had, I would have seen you before then.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. First things first. You don't have to make this personal. I couldn't care less about
Bro,
you or
made
your
it personal when
platform.
you started disrespecting.
I didn't. When did I
But you
disrespect
did. You did. You the other day when you came up on my panel. I put it to you like this, bro. I'm so confident. That's why I asked you if we had a conversation before, and were you the same person that I talked to the other day? And you said yes. That's why I asked you that question, bro. So if you don't think that you just came on my platform the other day and disrespected the shit out of me, I'll send you the clip because I record all of them.
Yeah, you can send the clip. And since you want to make it personal, we can have the discussion. The issue was,
look, bro.
hold
Hold
on. Stop talking while I'm talking. See how disrespectful that is? I'm letting you talk. I'm not doing what y'all did to me over there, right? I'm just trying to talk right now. Okay? I didn't want to make this about you, but obviously you want that attention, and that's why you ran like a fucking goofy. You're goofy. And you was in the comments right now being disrespectful, by the way. That's why I invited you up, because you was being disrespectful in the comments. You was trying to take little shots, like I'm dumb or something like that. So yeah, that's how you ended up here. Okay. Go ahead, Ryan.
All right. Well, first things first, I'm gonna just start off like this. I was gonna say, like, you said you was married for 14 years, you raising a family, kids. Mm-hmm. I aspire to do some of the things that you are doing right now. So that's first things first. Mm-hmm. And then, like, secondly, like, our conversation, it wasn't more so I was trying to prove you wrong or this, that, and the third. Like, all right, if you see that I'm maybe seeing things wrong, like, kind of help me or let me see it from another route, you know?
Say it again.
I said, if you feel like I'm seeing things wrong about what's happening or what we're talking about, help me try to see it the right way, you know?
Well, that's what I've been doing, though. That's literally what I've been.
Yeah, but also, like, you kept calling me misogynistic, and I ain't gonna say I don't like that, but I just feel like that's not, we can't jump that gun yet just from the words that we said to each other.
I'm not jumping the gun. You are misogynistic, though. And it's safe to assume that every man is misogynistic. So that's not.
Okay, I was going to say, do you think that's necessarily a bad thing?
Yeah, it's definitely a bad thing to be misogynistic. But it's worse to not acknowledge it and not accept it. That's the worst thing. It's not that, I mean, it's bad to be misogynistic, but it's worse when you go, no, I'm not. And you get, like, you shouldn't get triggered by that. You should just accept it. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is at this point. Now let's address it. I was explaining to you why I think you're misogynistic. That's what I'm saying. Like, I said you were misogynistic. I didn't just say it and then, like, you misogynistic. It wasn't like a retort to what you were saying. I was saying that was a reason or the reason why you're saying what you're saying. It is the reason. Same thing with bad. The reason why y'all are you doing all of this, like, these, like, mental gymnastics, right? To get out of the accountability portion of this. The accountability is the reason why you have any problem with what Ayeash Curry said is because she is a woman. Because, again, I'll say this for the 1,000th time. If a man like Nick Cannon said that, yeah, you know, I was married to the biggest pop star in the world and I felt like less of a man because of that, and I had to carve out my own destiny and my own legacy and yada, 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 you would be like, I feel you, my brother. I totally understand that. You wouldn't be like, you married to Mariah Carey. You chose to be like, you would be like, no, that's fair. That's fair. And guess what? I can understand that as well. As long as it's not like as long as you don't do anything harmful, which he was being harmful to Mariah. You see what I'm saying? But if you're not harming your family and you're not harming the person you're in a relationship with, I don't mind you feeling like that. I think that is perfectly okay. It's just a problem when you start to hurt the person. That's the issue. That's what I'm saying. But you, as a man, I think that you could easily identify and relate to a man saying, I feel like I haven't lived up to my full potential as a man. Yeah, I love my family. Yep, I love my wife. I love being married to Mariah. But I also have dreams and hopes and yada, yada, yada as well. And I haven't been able to experience that because I've been too busy being a father and a husband. You could understand. I guarantee you would understand it. You wouldn't have no qualms about it. You would be perfectly okay with it.
Okay. This is my only question. Not my only question, but this is one question I just had thinking about the situation.
Okay.
Doesn't every successful relationship require sacrifice?
From the woman, yeah.
And stop comparing our regular selves to these successful people, though.
Wait. I want to finish this question. What are you saying?
So you saying relationships only require sacrifice from one side, from what we? That's honestly how you view it.
If we're speaking in general, yeah, the
No,
relationships.
I'm asking. I'm not asking in general. I'm asking your viewpoint. You personally.
Me personally about relationships in general.
What about yours? Does it require? Did yours require a sacrifice on both ends?
No, I haven't had to sacrifice anything. I haven't had to risk my life. I haven't had to. I'm the most successful version of myself. I'm the happiest. I'm the healthiest. I haven't lost any money. Nothing.
Okay.
I stopped drinking, but that's not a sacrifice. I'm happy to not be drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? I used to smoke a little tweed, and I used to drink, and I don't do any of that anymore. I haven't done it in 10 years, over 10 years. About to be 11 years. That's it. I haven't had to sacrifice anything.
So every relationship a man and a woman is in, a woman's gonna have to sacrifice. The man won't.
In general, not every, but in general, yeah, the woman is the only one that's gonna have to sacrifice.
Do you think that's her sacrificing that relationship? Would you say yes or no?
Yeah, she's the only person that had to sacrifice anything in their relationship. That's literally what she's talking about. How Steph Curry gets to live out all his wildest dreams, and her thing is all she gets to be is a mother and a wife. Steph Curry gets to be a father, a husband, the greatest NBA player, the greatest shooter of all time, travel the world, gallivant around the world, be in the spotlight, get all the attention, get all the gratification, all the edification. Like what does he sacrifice?
Do you think his sacrifice has? Do you think his career has any sacrifices on his family?
No.
That can take away from him?
His family has sacrificed for him. He hasn't sacrificed anything for his family.
No, his relationship to his family. Do you think his career takes away from that?
Yeah. What does his career take away? Yeah. He's sacrificing. The sacrifice isn't to his family. The sacrifice is to him. It's to him. He's not hurt by him not being with his family as much. The family is hurt. See what I'm saying? So he is sacrificing his family for his success.
You don't think he would like to spend more time with his family at all?
He could quit basketball tomorrow. He's made hundreds of millions of dollars. He doesn't need to play in the NBA anymore.
And this is why they don't compare yourselves to people who are multimillionaires and billionaires, because that's never going to be the case. Let's just keep it on a level where we're not comparing ourselves to such heights, because you will never have the struggles or experience what Steph Curry and Ayeash Curry, the dynamic that they have, because you're not in that league. So what we like to do is talk about relationships that we can actually identify with, i.e., your average regular degular relationship. You work, she work. 60% of married women work, right? And as Bad was down here saying, he gave his wife the option not to work. However, he doesn't realize that even in that, she is losing out in the job market as far as having marketable skills, employable skills, experience, things like that. Her resume is now 4 years behind. So if she wanted to go out tomorrow and go back to work in her field, she is going to have to catch up. And she's not going to have the earning potential that she once had she not gave up 4 years. The public mentioned that, okay, she could have lost 100,000 by now. If I were to stop my career to not work for 4 years, I would be 450, 500K in the hole. So what I'm saying is the regular sacrifice that people make are enough to where we don't even have to use them as a point, because I think when men see the success that Curry has, the money that he has, you think it, not in my wildest dreams would my woman be somewhere complaining if I was making millions of dollars. And I'm sorry, sir, that's not you. And she has a right to say, hey, I have missed some things. I guess I can compare it to child stars. Like child stars who started in the industry when they were 2-3 years old. and they went through their whole life as a celebrity. But they missed out on significant milestones to just be a child, right? And sometimes you'll hear them in interviews saying, you know, I enjoyed being on the set. I enjoyed, you know, the career that I had, but I really wish I would have just got to sit on a swing set and have somebody push me and be a child, or play like a child would play, or go outside and be normal, right? They're not saying, oh my God, I absolutely hate my life, but they are saying there are some things I missed as a result of the life that I chose. And here's the thing, she can both say, I chose this life with this man. I chose to be with him. He was already rich. That's number one. But when he went into basketball and he chose that career, that came with a lot of traveling. That came with a lot of in and out. And being saddled at home with 4 kids, you men, this is why we say the misogyny comes in. You think that that's ideal. She gets to sit home in the lap of luxury with 4 kids and the air conditioner, and she has maids and she has this and she has that. But that's all she has. And maybe, just maybe, you can see her as a human being and say, but it's okay for her to want more for herself. Not just to be a wife, not just to be a mom, but to just be a woman, to just be able to explore womanhood, to be able to tap into the career that she always wanted, to be able to go do an internship. That ship has sailed for her. It's okay for her to verbalize that. So that's what when we tell y'all you're being misogynistic, it's because you can't put yourself in a woman's shoes for 2 seconds to say, you know what? Damn, I can get how if I gave up, you know, being a football player or going to dental school, if I didn't completely fulfill that and I gave that up to do this, yeah, I would miss out seeing my classmates that I could have been in school with going on without me. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like a longing of what you never had. And y'all are acting like that's not okay because she's a woman. That's the misogyny.
Can I ask a question, Kay, real quick? I'm sorry, how y'all doing? I'm new here. I was listening. But they were together before he became a basketball star. She chose to be with this man. And on top
I said that.
I know that, but what I'm saying is that why is it that when a man has to understand how a woman is going through, what she is, we understand that. But why is it so hard for a woman to understand what he's going through? But he ain't saying nothing because of who he is.
She was a child.
But listen, but the thing is, why couldn't she just confide that with a pastor? But
here's the thing. Why can't you just not police what women say? If I have an issue, wait a second. If a woman has an issue, she's supposed to, quote, go to God in prayer. But y'all sit up in motherfucking barbershops and gossip like old biddies. You see what I'm saying? Like y'all have the streets, the barbershop, and everybody else in y'all business. Y'all do.
She put herself out there like that. She
but it doesn't matter. She has a right to speak to her experience. But before you keep going on, BPG was up here before you, so we're gonna let her hop in real quick.
Honestly, I'm glad that he intentionally asked that question. My husband and I were together as children and grew up together. A lot of what men are intentionally missing is, and he even said it in the statement that he just made, which wasn't a question; it was more rhetorical than anything. Why couldn't she confide in somebody else? But also she chose him. That's who she chose to be with. That's not who she chose to be with, especially when you're with somebody very, very young and y'all grow into marriage and children. The person that you're with as a teenager and the person that you marry, the person you have kids with, are completely different people. None of those people are the same people. But also, there is, especially because of the fact that they did not start off as NBA, as an NBA family. She didn't meet him in the NBA. She didn't meet him with this hectic schedule. She didn't meet him, as the Steph Curry that all the men are in love with. She met him as, I don't know if the boy name is really Stefan, but we're going to say Stefan. But she met him as Stephon Curry, the boy who was on junior varsity or whatever, who was playing ball, and every so often, like, he would have practices through the season, but after the season was over, they had each other and they could grow and bond and all of those things. There is a huge sacrifice being made in order for them to have a family, to maintain a lifestyle that he is not making, because throughout that process, he was able to not only marry her, which he wanted to do, have kids with her, which he wanted to do. He also got to pursue his dreams, which he desired to do. He was able to go on and pursue his dreams in a way that it took him to the NBA. Whatever it is she desired to do, she didn't get a chance to go to the NBA version of whatever it is she desired to do, whether it was being in culinary arts or being, film producer or ballerina, whatever it was she desired to do. She didn't have the chance to do that at expert level because everything, all of her capacity was relinquished to being there for him. Because the focus was, let me just get in the NBA, and then after I get in the NBA, we're gonna do this. Let me just win this championship, and then after I win this championship, this we're gonna do. Well, let me just get this ring. After I get this ring, this is what we're gonna do. Every single ounce of what she was and who she is has been invested in him. And the last thing I'll say is Kay mentioned that as well earlier, and she made a very valid point. With a lot of men, y'all, not only are y'all comparing yourselves to men who, have way more money and access and resources than y'all do, which is the ties from, that's how patriarchal standards are tied to capitalism, because y'all think that somehow people are happy because they have millions of dollars. But also, y'all think that it's cool because of the fact that she shouldn't have a reason to complain, except you don't see her as a human being. So you don't see that her not being able to develop and grow as a person on her own separately that's a hindrance for her. That's something that's taking away from her, because now she hasn't had the chance to develop herself within her career. Everything was within her is within his capacity, which tells me that y'all be lying about wanting women that just want you for you, because she never said she disliked him. She said she disliked the idea that she didn't get a chance to become whatever it is she desired to become. So that tells me that y'all perfectly fine with them women using you for money, because as long as she comfortable with that money, you perfectly comfortable with her living a miserable life on the inside, as long as the only person that knows is a pastor, maybe a homegirl, not two homegirls, because if two homegirls get together, she gonna tell you to leave that nigga. But if a homegirl, a pastor, and maybe another person knows, you're perfectly fine with that, so long as whatever she's going through does not affect you. You're perfectly cool with that.
Can I go real quick? I'm gonna just blame my plane real quick. I agree with you. What I was basically saying is that she, what I mean, like, they married, they got kids. You know what I'm saying, I'm a married man as well. What I'm saying is that she could have had that conversation without putting it out into the world. And I understand that's what she felt like. But before, she was a Disney star when she was like younger as well. You know what I'm saying, I understand she could pursue her career.
Stop policing women and when we can talk and who we should talk to. That's what we're trying to
I'm trying
tell
to make
you.
a point
That's not
here,
your
Ken.
place.
I'm trying to make a point here. My point is this. She has access to all her money, right? Why can't she can start her own business. She do have businesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say she don't have right to complain. What I'm trying to say, don't put it out to the world to judge her. That's all I'm saying.
It's not for the world to judge her. It's literally, it's to confirm that what you are feeling as a woman, because I'm married, I have kids, I have a career. As a woman, as a human being, I understood what it was she was saying, because of the fact that, yes, I too, as a woman, I've been in a space where you doing everything for your family, you got nothing for yourself. Y'all don't see it as a human being, and you don't see it as a wife and a mother, especially since you're trying to convince me that she should take his money, because this ain't the money she made, this is the money he made.
That's
she
her
should
money.
take his money, go and create a business. And you know good and doggone well, she gets tired of being married to him and she takes her business and she goes on her way, that you would say she was wrong for taking her money and not giving him a dime of that money, because his money is the reason why she was able to do this. What, be for real. Come on now.
I'm saying she's married to him. They've been married for a long time. They got kids together. She's entitled to that. That's a different story. She was with him from the beginning, so she invested her life and everything she did with him. That's all I'm saying.
Stay right there. Stay right there and understand that part. She invested her life. How much is a life worth? How much is not doing the thing that you love to do worth? how much is because if like Pub said earlier, if the shoe was on the other foot and it was her dreams that she was pursuing and she was the one that they was investing all the money and the time in, and she became Aisha Curry, the huge mega star, blah blah blah, and he was the one that had to put it on the back burner, y'all would say she was emasculating him. Y'all would say that she had made him effeminate and that he was a simp and all of these kinds of things because he invested in that woman more than he invested in himself. I've heard too many men say it. I've read too much and I've heard too many men say it. So y'all playing the game right now.
There is a difference with this because they've been together for a long time. So.
What difference does that make? Again, you can't play that cat and mouse game with me because me and my husband have been together for quite some time. We were very, very young when we got together. That is also some BS.
No way, since we've been in college, man, over 22 years.
I've been with my husband since I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
Big bank take little bank.
No, but it don't matter. The point fact is,
it do matter. You
no.
What
I'm trying to say is that you have to work. You have to work it out. You have to work it out.
You thought I was about to say 17. That's what you thought. You thought I was about to say 17, 18.
No.
I'm saying, and then you found out that I've been with this man since I was a child and I grew up with him. I understand from experience what it is like to be a very young person, be with somebody and navigate into being married with kids and going into careers and understand what that looks like from a woman's end. And sometimes y'all just got to be able to be like, you know what? From a man's point of view, I don't get it. I don't know if I could ever understand it. However, as a human being, I think that she does have the right to be able to express that because she's not saying she dislikes him or she don't love him. She's saying she's upset that she didn't have something for herself. How can you not relate to that as a human being?
That's not what I'm saying. It's not about relating. I'm saying, but why can't you just keep that?
But Bill, hold on,
y'all. Hold on. Wait. Let him go. I want to hear what he got to say. I don't know.
You missed it. I'm responding.
I want to hear what he got to say.
I'm saying like this. She know who her husband is, right? So the world looking at him, who he is. He's quiet. He has endorsements, all this stuff. I'm saying the thing is that you have to understand it's not like as a regular person. You just can't come out and just say certain things and expect people not to criticize you. That's what I'm saying.
How does this negatively impact him?
Right now, we all talking about it.
I mean, I don't think it's a negative on him. So why do it seems like the negativity is coming from men who, like I've been saying this whole time, have a disdain for women, and you guys are dehumanizing her, and that's where that's the problem. The problem isn't what she said. Bill is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't care. This ain't making me lose any like love for Steph or nothing like that. I fucks with Steph. I think Steph is dope. This humanizes him, to be honest with you. If you're a human being, this is dope. So
true. I respect that. All I'm saying is that personally, I'm saying like she should know that she's going to get criticism. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with what she said. It's just that she should have done it a different way. That's all I'm saying.
So you're trying to police her?
No, I'm not trying to police her. I'm just saying.
Literally, you're trying to police her.
Okay,
literally.
So the point fact is, I'm saying like, if she put herself out there, of course she's going to get criticized. Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying right there. I'm sorry, I'm on the base.
What are you? I know, but what?
You're not scared of being criticized right now?
That's what I was literally just about to say. That I'm like, anytime you get online, you get criticized. Who cares? Like what are you saying? Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, why is that a problem?
No, it's not a problem.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. The problem isn't that she should have known she was going to get criticized. The problem is y'all are criticizing her. That's the problem. The problem is you. The problem is you see what I'm saying? The problem isn't what she said. The problem is that you guys are criticizing her. That's the problem. You keep acting like it's her fault. And I'm like, that's not her fault that y'all can't fucking be empathetic. That's not her fault that y'all can't put yourself in her shoes. That's not your fault that y'all don't like women and you think women should always play the background and be second fiddle to their man or whatever. That ain't her fault. That's your fault. You're the culprit. Like, it's so crazy that it's like y'all are literally the reason why. Like, you are literally the reason why it's a problem. What she said, you just said it. What she said isn't a problem. Stop. Then what are we talking about? If you believe truly that what she said isn't a problem, then stop.
All I say is that I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying that she has the right to say what she wants.
You hopped up here to say that though.
Wait. What I'm saying is that I'm giving my opinion. She could have did it without saying it like that to the world.
Bill, what did she say that was problematic? Can you be specific?
No, I'm saying like, yo, we all know that what she did with herself, she sacrificed.
Bill, tell me what she said specifically that you feel like she needed to change.
Okay. She got married, right?
Okay.
Now she wants to pursue. She regrets that she should have did different things in her life. Correct?
Yes, I would say that. Okay.
That's the only thing I'm saying is that.
Hold on, you not answering my question is getting weird. Again, what did she say? Because you said you have strong feelings about this. Oh, she shouldn't have said it like that. What shouldn't she have said?
No, I said she should have said it not to the world. She could have done that like within the confines of her girls or something like that. She had to put it out there in the streets. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if he got a young wife, he don't want her to feel empowered to say what she's feeling from their household. That's why this is a problem for him. You don't want women to have the audacity to speak to things that make them uncomfortable or unhappy or whatever. You don't want your wife to get that idea.
No, thank you for saying my wife is young. She's the same age as me, but thank you for saying she's young.
Okay. So your wife is the same age as you, but I'm just trying to understand what exactly you're just saying that she shouldn't have said the thing. The thing, listen to what I'm saying, Bill. The thing that you don't disagree with, you claim. The thing you claim to understand. You're telling all of us that she shouldn't have said it. Does that make sense to you?
I said she shouldn't try to just use that platform to put it out there like that. That's all I said.
Hold on, Bill.
That's it.
Hold on. Listen to what I just asked you. You just made the claim that you agree with what she said. You understand why she said it, right? But then you're saying she shouldn't have said it to the world. Why not?
You mean why not?
Yes, why not? Yes, why not?
But what's the difference of her saying to the world or just saying to her circle?
Hold on. Because there are millions of women who can identify with what she said, correct?
True.
So wouldn't it make sense for her to say it so that the people that need to hear it can go, oh, damn, it's happening to her too? A wealthy woman?
No, I'm saying, but let me ask you a question. How would you feel as if that was your wife that did that? Wouldn't you kind of feel like she should have talked to you about that?
No.
You don't think she talked to Steph about it? So your assumption is she didn't talk to Steph about it?
I don't know that. That's what I'm saying. We all don't know that.
We do, because Steph said it. Steph already said it. Steph already said he don't care. Steph already said he supports his wife. He already said it.
No, we know that. I'm just saying, but now that's what we're talking about. We're talking about this.
What are you saying, brother?
Hey, Bill, you're really confused. You're very confusing.
You're confused. Like this because of niggas like you, Bill. The reason why this is a topic is because of niggas like you and Bad. He coming around. Bad is coming around, but it's niggas like you who think that women should suffer in silence to appease a man's ego.
You don't understand that. Listen, I love my woman. My woman, I'm behind her everything. I don't shut nobody down.
Okay, so if she said it, hold on. So if she said it, you would have a problem, right?
No, I would understand. I would know why. What's going on? I'm saying, I understand. No, because the thing is this. No. The thing is this. Wait. You asked me a question.
No, you're not answering it. Pause. Listen. Because you asked me, would I have a problem if my wife said it? No, I wouldn't. Right? So I'm trying to figure out, because you're doing all these mental gymnastics to not say the thing. Because really, this is what I really think, Bill. I'm going to tell you something. I think you disagree with what she said. That's the thing. I want you to stand on that first and foremost. I think you actually disagree with what she said. I think you don't. Okay, because logically I can't wrap my brain around it. That's why I'm giving you that.
I just disagree that she shouldn't put it out there.
She said it publicly, and you can't justify why she shouldn't say it.
I can't, but that's my opinion. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but hold on. Are we adults here? Because I'm not a child. I'm not saying you think I am, but I'm saying I'm not a child, right? I don't believe in the old school adage of like, because I said so. You have to explain to me why you think anything that you think, right? If I can't understand it and I'm asking you to explain it, then I want you to explain it to me. Because maybe I could think, maybe I'm missing something. But it doesn't seem like I'm missing anything. It seems like you're hiding what you really think. And I'll give you one more out. You either are reflexively feeling like she shouldn't have said it out loud, which would go back to misogyny, or you know you really don't agree with what she's saying and you're masking right now. Those are the only two logical conclusions one can come to in this instance.
Well, I'm saying, like I'm gonna keep saying again, I think that she should have not said to the world. That's all I'm saying. That was it. I'm gonna stick.
I know you can't just stick with that because that doesn't make. I'm literally challenging that idea, and you can't give me a justification for it. Therefore, you don't have a reason to feel like that, brother.
I was on another panel just about the same thing, and everything was opposite. So all I'm saying is this: that
because the niggas misogynistic too.
Yeah, like what is the relevancy of that?
What I'm trying to explain is this again. I'm gonna just say it like this. All right. She has the right to say what she wants to say, yeah. But I'm just saying that she should have done it.
Position is
No
just
way.
confusing.
She has the right to say what she wants to say, but she just can't say what. But she can't say what she wants to say.
No, I'm saying that's my opinion.
Because you break dancing around that point, and the point is misogyny, and you swear that that's not what it is. And I love that y'all honestly be using y'all wives as the reason why y'all be misogynistic. Because y'all love being real quick. I'm not misogynistic because I got a wife. I'm not misogynistic. I got a daughter. You know how much I pay for that wife. I ain't misogynistic. And it's like, okay, you the female. Are you crazy? Of course I'm not misogynistic. Have you lost your mind?
No, you can't be throwing that word around.
No, wife and two daughters.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, 100% we can throw that word around. Easy.
For sure. I got on cleats of glove and a uniform and I'm throwing it at you. The boss say misogyny. And you got a bag.
I'm definitely putting that jacket on you, brother. That motherfucker fits you nice and snug.
And it's leather.
Hey,
help me out.
It's a bubble jacket.
Why not? Wait. That's my opinion.
No. Well, yeah, that's your opinion. But I'm telling you,
that's my opinion.
You don't know me. I'm not misogynistic.
I know your opinion. Do you not know how this works?
My opinion is listen, all I said, that's like saying, don't cross the street, you're gonna get hit by a car. You're gonna cross the street.
That's what? How's that the same? My niggas. My niggas. I mean, for y'all, is there a school y'all can go to for analogies? Like English class?
This is why men are not leaders right here.
We can't lead in analogies. If you
imagine this the person holding the map. I just want you to really think about that.
I gotta tell y'all something right now. If you can't tell it, if you can't give a proper analogy, you can't lead me out. You can't lead me nowhere. I'm not listening to you.
Bill done cammed up on your ass, boy.
Come on, Bill, don't cam up on me, man. I ain't even asked for all that, man. Come on, man.
People around me looking at me, asking me what I'm doing. So
serve and protect,
that man said, "This is the face of misogyny for 10 cents a day. You too can help a misogynistic man learn about his misogyny."
Hey, free Mrs. Bill Lyles.
Hold on,
you are a cop, Bill. This track very well.
Are y'all feminists?
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. Proud.
Big time.
Huge.
Quirkulating feminist.
And the crazy part is, I don't really ascribe to be a feminist, but if I explain to you, if you can't do an analogy, I can't explain to you what I am. So I gotta say yes. Yeah, feminist, sure. Okay.
You gotta just cop to being a feminist at that point. If when they ask you that, you a feminist. Yep. I'm absolutely a feminist. Yep. You can't even talk to a feminist. So you're not misogynistic? Mm.
He said, I came over from all them other misogynist niggas, and they ain't have a problem with what I'm saying.
They believe me.
Opposite over here.
He said, Patrick, am I lying?
Nigga.
Patrick, am I lying?
Free Bill wife till she free. Free Bill wife until it's backwards, man. Hey, Howdy, did you get a chance to go, brother? I wasn't in here. I don't even know. I was grubbing.
No, I didn't go. I was just listening to I think her name was BPG.
BPG,
going in on.
Go ahead, I want you to get in. I want you to get in.
Doing just fine. I had nothing to add. But this, I'm really embarrassed by the men out here. First of all, 92% of them have not actually watched the interview or listened to the interview.
They don't even. That's the whole
any
shit.
of them.
I'm sitting there like, what did she say? Oh, well, she had said, you know what? The one thing that they know though for sure when she said that she was looking for other men, whatever the part about the other men being attracted to her. That's all they keep quoting. I go, okay, but what about the rest of it?
Yeah, they're really going out their way to be misunderstanding, and she's really just the she's really the person they're beating up on to beat up on all women, and so they're just going out their way to not understand what she's saying.
Plot that tea.
I don't know anything incriminating, embarrassing, belittling, demeaning that she's ever said about Steph Curry, and as a matter of fact, if people really know the backstory, he was not slated to be this NBA star when they were interested in each other. He was slated to be a pastor.
I swear to you, I just got done having this conversation on this live yesterday or the day before. I was like, y'all don't remember. No, I know not to you. I'm saying just in general. I was like, y'all don't remember Steph. When Steph was a freshman, nobody watched him. They started watching him when he was a sophomore a little bit. By junior, he couldn't. If he would have came out when he was a sophomore, he would have been drafted in like the second or third round, maybe. It took him 3 years. Mm-hmm. Now people don't know shit about the NBA. What motherfucker got to wait till their junior year to come out? Name the last great player that got drafted in his junior year and was fucking great.
Nah, there's not any, especially who are undersized like him. Somebody who's extremely undersized.
Like, bro, let's be for real, dog.
Plays how he plays. So, he was slated to be a pastor.
They said Vince, exactly. Vince was 27 years ago. Vince got drafted in 95? When did Kobe get drafted? 95, 96, right? Yeah.
That's a generation and a half ago.
I'm about to drop, but what's the guy name above me? What is his name? Howdy?
Yeah, Howdy.
Yeah, Howdy.
I'm sorry. You will be amongst the men that I have to block because there's no way that you're a real person. Gots to be AI. I've never in my life.
Gots to be AI.
Hell,
gots to be AI. Ain't no way. I ain't never in my life heard a man besides the one that I'm hunching talk about women as human beings. I don't like it. I don't know. It makes me feel weird. Yeah, I'm gonna just have to go on and block you. Sorry.
It's real Amish.
It is. I can't do it myself.
I will say it's not many of us, and the real way we can convert other people, other men, is really in person. Like, you got to be that guy in person that has those awkward conversations amongst a group of men who can just say things flippantly, and you're like, wait, you watched the interview? What did you think? And then you start exposing they haven't watched shit, they don't know shit, and then they expose themselves like Bill, and they let us know pretty much that he probably got an AI wife on his avatar, and he just goes around telling people he has a wife and he loves his wife.
I'm gonna talk to y'all later.
Hey, Biku said, for the poor misogynist, she got $2 for him. Hey, all right, peace out, BPG. You know what's funny, man? It really is hilarious listening to me come up here and just lie about the reasons why. And then when you ask them, I'll be wanting to ask them. I'm asking them for themselves. I'm not asking them for me. I'm saying, like, why do you have a problem with it? Have you thought about why? You reflexively, and y'all all got the same fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy. Go ahead. What's up, Allie? I'm sorry, I was about to go to OC. What up, Allie?
If you want to go to him first, you can do the thing. You can circle back to me.
Okay. Go ahead, OC. Harimo. Oh, you ran. Okay. Go ahead, Allie.
So I don't know if y'all highlighted this part yet, but I wanted to just say it because, with my own personal experience, I witnessed it firsthand. When a man, specifically the men that are coming from those religious spaces, are perceived to be like, quote unquote, good guys, they don't want that woman to say jack shit about him because he could be the man of the world. He could be doing everything under the sun. Truth be told, they do be doing everything under the sun in the church, but he could be way worse. So
Yep.
God forbid that woman speaks up and say, hey, I
He
wish
ain't
I
who y'all think he
X,
is.
Y, and Z. Yeah. If she says anything remotely out of the realm of praise Jesus, this is a good man, the Lord has sent me this man, and kissing his feet, you're the problem. And I think that's another reason why the men are turning on her and saying all these things about her and saying, oh, why she ascribed or subscribed to be with this man, and she knew what she was getting herself into, as if even in a good, what we would deem a good relationship, you wouldn't have these like conflicting feelings about, wanting to be a mom, wanting to be a wife, but also wanting to do things for yourself. It's a constant struggle and battle and trying to find that fine line of like what makes you truly happy. But it's also because Steph is deemed as a good guy. Why are you complaining out loud about that good man? He's a good man, Savannah.
Yep. Oh, you know what else it be, Allie? They be like, I'm really cooked. If you complaining about Steph.
But that's what I said. But that's what I said, because I literally was in the comments when I was hearing bad talking and bad. I hate to keep like on your neck, but I want you to understand. All I kept hearing was bad is what you would consider a good guy. He had his wife is at home. He pays all the bills. It's no burden to him. He loves that she stays home with the kids. But at the same time, he's still thinking it goes both ways. But he's considered one of the good men. Why would his wife complain? He bad got her laid up. She at the house. She ain't have to go back after maternity leave. So when women start sharing these concerns, it's kind of like the regular niggas be like, well, shit, if she complaining about bad, if she complaining about Steph Curry, man, it's over for me.
Because I ain't paying all the bills, and I ain't 6'3", and I don't got green eyes.
Is he 6'3" for real, or y'all just saying that? How tall is he?
Steph like 6'3", yeah.
I thought he was like 5 foot something. I ain't gonna lie. He looked little. I guess compared to the other players, that's like, maybe that's why I thought he was little.
Nah, Steph like 6'3". He's short.
He looks like a kid to me. I don't get the hype. He looks like a kid to me. I don't get the illusion.
That's his face and his body and all of that. But Steph is tall. If Steph walked in somewhere, you would be like, oh yeah, he's like average. He's high. He's taller than the average height. Yeah, he's saying 6'1".
Okay. We want to play catch.
Hey, FLK, do you know Canelo Alvarez, the boxer?
No, but they be looking little too.
Okay, well, he was golfing with Canelo, and everyone was surprised how much larger Curry was than Canelo.
Oh, way bigger, dude.
Yeah.
Basketball players. I done met basketball player, football. I remember when I was at Enterprise, Emeka Okafor came in and got a car, right? And like, I think that same weekend, like no cap, I met all the DBs from the Niners, and then like 2 nights later, or no, I think it was like I met Emeka first, and then that weekend, all the fucking like Niners DBs came in, right? Dude, Emeka Okafor could not fit in a fucking car. Like, he had the seat. It was a full-size car. It might have been a standard. It was a standard or a full-size car, whatever he rented. And he got in the car, and the nigga had the seat all the way back to the back seat and had that motherfucker lean all the way back. And I'm sitting there going like, that can't be safe, because what if, I'm thinking about the airbag going on, like all that shit, right? So I asked him, I was like, bro, you want a bigger car? I'll give you a bigger car for free. I told him straight, I was like, I'll do it to you for free. I don't give a fuck. And he was like, no, this what I want right here. I was like, what the fuck? I met them football players, them niggas is my size. Them niggas was bigger than me. They were like 30, 40 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas look like regular niggas to me. That nigga was a giant. And he wasn't even that nigga was a giant. I was like, God damn, these niggas is huge. Like, big. I mean, fucking Dominique Wilkins, nigga, huge. Magic Johnson, huge. Magic Johnson is so fucking big. So big. Like, especially like old, like before he stopped playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? When they playing, they at their thinnest. They real skinny. I'm talking about like 40-something-year-old Magic Johnson. That nigga was as wide as a door. It had to duck to get out that motherfucker. Big as shit. I was like, damn, these niggas is big. These niggas is giants, man. Basketball players are like, they're not human. They're something different. So when you see a nigga like Steph, you be like, yeah, that nigga little. Because these niggas is freaks. Steph a regular nigga. That's why we love Steph. Because Steph is a regular nigga playing basketball. Like Steph is like live like a regular ass nigga. Jalen Brunson, that's a regular ass nigga playing basketball. They say that nigga 6 foot. I doubt it. I think Jalen about 5'11". But that's a regular ass nigga hooping. That shit is crazy. I'm like, woo.
Hey, Pub, okay, what do y'all think about the men who are all of a sudden they shitting on Curry and shitting on Klay Thompson?
Like Mike Jones? No, I mean like Mike, Killer Mike.
Killer Mike and other guys, I think it's so funny they're so willing to hold up patriarchy that they're shitting on guys like Curry and Klay because they dare defy a flash of patriarchy. And they're like, oh, they're corny. Nobody cares about these guys. I'm like, damn, so now we shitting on the Splash Brothers?
I ain't got no problem. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I love Megan. I love Megan. And Megan we trust. And I fucks with Klay. Klay come from, good pedigree, all that stuff. I don't think Klay's a bad guy. He ain't said nothing bad. But he kind of if he fucked it up with Meg, I'm gonna throw that nigga in the common category where that nigga he the problem. I don't care how nice that nigga appears. I don't care if his women don't say nothing bad about him after the fact. But if you look at that nigga's track record with women, you see the women he been with, you like, nigga, you didn't marry her? You didn't marry Coco Jones, nigga? What the fuck? Nah, bro, you fuck it up. If you smoke off Meg and Coco Jones, nigga, I got a problem. I'm starting to look at you side eye like, nah, nigga, you a weird nigga, bro. It's something going on with you. But as far as like the optics of it, I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they're both like, you know what I'm saying? Cool. I think they're the good guys. You know what I mean? Proverbial good men, right? Especially Steph. Steph is like the quintessential good guy. The guys that the men be like, but what about the well, maybe it wasn't Coco. It was one of them. I think it was Coco. Though. I saw like somebody like put up the women that he dated. I could have swore I saw Coco. I might be wrong, but I don't know. It was one. Whoever she was. Okay, it was Coco. Yeah, I'm saying whoever she was bad as fuck. I remember I was looking. I was like, God damn. I was like, nigga, you was with her. It was Coco. Okay, I was like, nigga, you had her, and now you with Meg. Oh no, bro. See. God giving with 2 hands with that nigga, bro. That nigga getting everything. Blessings is raining down on that man. And he smoked that off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at that nigga like,
But it's just like they do Russell Wilson, though. It's like all of a sudden, oh, he's not all that great as a player. He's not, you know what I'm saying? Like some kind of way because he married this single mom. But they want to make it seem like all of a sudden now he regular. That man a multimillionaire. Please shut the fuck up. That's why I be telling me and like stop speaking on stuff that's not in your tax bracket. Like, please.
I don't even comment on that type of shit. I don't even know I don't know their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what that shit is about. But Russ is a nice guy. I say Russ, to me, Russ is an even nicer guy than Steph. Because once you throw in who that woman baby daddy was, for that nigga to deal with him, fuck the baby. The baby easy. I can deal with the baby all day. That nigga dealing with fucking Future as his ex's baby, that nigga, that's crazy. That nigga Steph is a stand-up nigga. I don't care what nobody say. That's crazy. That's crazy. Russ is a stand-up nigga. That is amazing to me. Because I don't know if I'm strong enough to deal with that nigga Future. We gonna have to get down. Like that nigga be talking too much, taking little shots, and you know what I mean? Like all that little weird shit that nigga was saying. It wouldn't have been too much like I would have got over that shit. I'd have been like, nah, nigga, we got to just come to the facility, my nigga. I got your son here hostage. You gonna have to come through, see me. But for that nigga to deal with that, I give that nigga all I give Klay, I give Russ all the respect. Russ get all due respect. In my mind, I give Russ all due respect in my mind. Steph is the shit. I fucks with him on the outside. I think Bron is a good man. Again, we don't know these niggas. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we don't know these niggas. We behind the scenes, everything they saying about these niggas could be true. You know, like they talking about Bron cheated on Savannah. I don't believe it. But do I put it past them? Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely the fuck not. Them niggas is still niggas. No, I don't mean that black men, but I'm saying them niggas is still men. I have no
Are we being pranked? Is this entire season of Love is
the women been on Taylor Swift neck since he dropped that trash ass album. Cause she showing a lot of her insecurities on that album. She expressing herself, right? She expressing herself. Okay, the women on her neck. They like, oh yeah, no, this white woman, she not getting. And hey, I'll take it a step further. The white women on her neck. them the first women I saw on her neck. Then I started seeing the black girls come out and say the shit. But the first women, it was some white women on there. She gave a fucking dissertation on that shit. I hadn't even heard it yet. And I'm listening to what she was saying. I was like, oh my God. This shit is so deep and heavy. I had to listen to it like 3 times to like really like take everything in what she was saying. They been on that woman's head for saying that weird shit, for expressing herself. So it ain't just about like anybody could just, like women just don't care about whatever women say. Hell no. Women hold women accountable. Men don't hold nobody accountable but women. Women don't hold nobody accountable but the women that say things that in their mind makes a man that they want to fuck, you know what I'm saying, or a man they want to be, look bad. It's one of the two or maybe both. I don't know. It's either you niggas want to fuck Steph or you want to be Steph.
Y'all, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all are more attracted to his money and them green eyes than us.
Them green eyes be mesmerizing you niggas. I'm sitting there like, why y'all defending this man like this? And he already
said she. Allie said she didn't even know he had green eyes. You told her.
I wasn't paying attention that close. But to bring it back down to even more like regular people, like this is a lot of the reasons why women they don't speak up during their postpartum journey oftentimes. Like they hide behind, oh, I have my baby, this is what I wanted. I have my man or my partner, whoever, this is what I wanted, but they secretly keep those thoughts to themselves because they know in the same way,
gonna get judged.
Capacity, they will be judged. Because how dare you sit up here and complain about, you know, you feeling X amount of ways and you feel tired or exhausted or burnt out, touched out, whatever the case may be. But at least you're not a single mom. At least
you
you're
got
not
the money, don't you? You got the money, don't you?
Yeah, you got a man there who could at least take the baby once you breastfeed them. Like that, those are the things. It's a common theme that women are to shut up and sit pretty while the men get to just do things, live life the way that they see fit, and nobody should critique them for it. Nobody.
Hey, look, hey, Cyrus, she tripping. I ain't gonna even hold you. A 1-year-old with some teenagers, you tripping. I hate that for her. I hate that for her. Steph got to get a vasectomy. Because what the fuck, nigga? That's crazy. Absolutely. I don't care how much money you got. Fuck that, nigga. Hell no. A 1-year-old, baby. The other baby is like 14, 15 years old. Like, what is you doing? A 1-year-old? Nah, that's crazy. Phoenix said, Why are Dustovers obsessed with living vicariously through Steph Curry and Jay-Z? Why can't they just eat their boogers and leave women alone? Because they got to say something. Because when you attack Steph, you attack them, even though they not Steph. When you attack Steph, you attack them. They not Steph. They'll never be Steph. They'll never, and I'm not even saying it like monetarily or, you know what I'm saying, popularity, like none of that stuff, popularity. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying they won't even ever have Steph's character. That's what I'm saying. Like, the character is, that fucks with him too. Like I said, it's like Steph is the good guy. Steph is the nice guy, right? Cool. And then they go, see, the women don't even like the nice guy. So why would I be nice? I'm gonna keep on being a piece of shit because this is how y'all treat the nice guys. That justifies all my actions towards y'all moving forward. Because y'all dog out Steph. Because y'all letting her dog out Steph or whatever the case may be. Not all y'all don't do that again. This is what I've been saying. Y'all don't do that when men be dogging out good women. Y'all don't get on the internet and be like, man, I can't believe, name the person. Name them. I can't believe Offset did that to Cardi. I can't believe Jay-Z did that to Beyonce. I can't believe, like, y'all don't do that shit. When the women is getting done dirty, y'all be up here talking about she wasn't with me shooting in the gym. That's y'all justification. She wasn't with me shooting in the gym. When the men don't even get done dirty, just a woman expresses some shit she going through, it's fucking y'all uniting like Voltron, and we gotta defend we gotta defend the patriarch, we gotta defend the nice guys. Like, bro, that shit corny. That shit is corny. What'd you say?
I said Power Ranger head ass. We
These
must
niggas-
unite.
These niggas done linked up.
But wait, meanwhile, y'all couldn't even smell Steph Curry jock strap, and y'all be riding this nigga like, for real, like but that's why I always try to ground these conversations. Like, please, let's stop talking about these rich niggas. Because like Shan said in the live one time, they got her banned for a week. You will never have that problem.
Never.
Never.
And niggas' wives, the problem is niggas' wives feel like Ayeash Curry feel, but these niggas is broke. So it's a quadruple slap in the face. You know your wife feel like that, and you ain't even rich. You know your wife, I just want to, hold on. Let me tell y'all something. Your wife is more likely to feel like that if she working and if she a submissive provider. Your wife is more, I just want to put this out there to the men that's crashing out. I want to tell you something. If your wife is a submissive provider, she is more likely to identify with Ayeash Curry than not. She's more likely. Because she don't never, mothers don't never get a break in general. But a working mother, oh my fucking God.
A nigga came on my live the other day and said his wife went through postpartum depression 3 times and he don't know how.
Where was he?
Notice I said his wife in the damn house.
That's not a good look.
I really hate these niggas. I swear to God.
I'm telling you. He did not know. He did not know how she went through it 3 times. He went so far as to say that he went through postpartum with her. Like, he also had postpartum depression, which I know can exist, but he don't know why she had postpartum depression.
Because it was him. She was depressed because
that's what I told his ass.
The call was coming from inside the clinic. Hey.
Hey, whole time, nigga, you the reason. That's why he didn't know. I don't know what the reason is. Then the reason is you.
Like, you the fucking elephant in the room, dumbass.
Oh my God, man. The reason is you. That's crazy. Wiki work. Hey, what's good with you, friend?
What's up, man? How you
Chilling.
doing? Hey, I just wanted to say that the guys that think that Ayeash Curry is being disrespectful to Steph Curry, they're actually being disrespectful to Steph because they have to reduce him down to just the moneymaker. Their view of what a man should be, like this whole the masculine lens, in order to make and then apply the feelings that they're having and project that onto him. It's like you're almost and then not listen to him. He said that he's fine with it. She's saying he don't get it because he doesn't get it. He's not even pretending, like he's not defending himself and pretending like he gets it. I think he understands, like, yeah, this is something that I can't relate to with her because she put her dreams aside so that I could be what I'm supposed to be. He actually gives her credit. But instead of them just looking at him, listening to him, and kind of taking in the situation with them as a whole couple or him as a whole man, they would rather project that disrespect that he does not feel. And then in doing so, they're reducing him down to just, you know what I mean, and taking the complexity and the nuance away from the situation and his ability to think and process and to understand that two things can be true at the same time. You can be in a happy marriage and a productive marriage and be a husband, father, and still there's gaps and things you have to be filling and things you have to consider with your partner, and that life choices everyone lives with some level of regret. He has obviously embraced this nuance, but these men seem like they want to reduce Curry down to something that, you know, they're really the object of their sexual desire, because they'd be like, if I was married to Curry, I would never complain, embarrass him. I would just shut up because he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And so that's how they look at it. Like, she doesn't have any room to express herself, but Steph's a way better man than him. He actually, you know what I mean?
That's how I knew he was a good guy. How he's handling this is the thing that is making me be like, oh no, he's a good guy. Like this, most of the, you know what I'm saying? If he was a bad guy, he would have crashed out on her.
They would have got divorced. He would have went on a tour being defensive everywhere. He would have been on what's that dude's name? Kwame Brown show or something, talking shit. He would have
been on all the man's gospel sports podcast.
Yep.
Exactly.
Or not saying nothing.
Right.
Nicole said if they was married to Steph, they wouldn't complain. They wouldn't complain. Exactly. Yeah, man, it's a cold world. And if you're like, the thing is, as married men, if you listen to your wife, you have heard your wife say something like this before. More than likely. You've heard your wife talk about how stressful it is to be a mother. You've heard your wife talk about how stressful it is to be a wife. You heard it before. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, like, to me, what she said, I was like, oh yeah, I've had that conversation with my wife 1,000 times. Like, you know what I mean? Like, me and my wife talked about that like 1,000 times. I've heard shit like that. If not, I'm not even saying like verbatim, just that type of conversation, the rigors of being, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like par for the course. Like, what the fuck? Raising kids. They be, when my babies was 2, 3, 4, my wife was like, dude, when you come home, you got to talk to me. Because I've been in this house all day isolated, listening to goo goo fucking gaga and screams and yells and squirts and quirts and shit for fucking 10 hours. And you want to come home and play a video game? Absolutely not.
Smoke a blunt outside, chill.
You want to get drunk and go watch football? Absolutely not. You want to go kick it with your buddies after work and go watch the fight? Nope. I was like, damn. But what about me? I make all the money. I did all that shit. I've been there. I know. Yeah. What about me? I made all the money. Don't I get a break? She was like, yeah, you get a break when you go to work. That's your break. Your break is going to work. I said, yeah, you got me there because I do be at work keying and cackling and shit. I sure do be doing that. You know what? You're right.
And you would be at work as a single man anyway. So
Anyway, I'll be at work either way. It didn't matter to me. So I don't know what the fuck, why. If you're not having those conversations with your woman, great, right? You do, hey, you better than me, or she don't want to communicate it to you. One of the two. And that's fine. I don't care. But I ain't about to sit up here and lie and act like I ain't never heard that shit before. I've heard Ayeash Curry's story 10,000 times. Not even just from my wife, but just from like women in general that I knew. Like, I've heard that shit so many times. It's so common. The only difference is she's wealthy. And that's why it was important for her to say it. Like it even affects the wealthy. So don't feel bad, sister. I hear you. I get it. I'm going through it too, and I'm rich and famous and all of that shit. And my husband got all the money in the world, and I'm still going through it. And these niggas said, you can't say that. You shouldn't say it that way. You shouldn't have said it today. You shouldn't have said it in June. You should have said it in August. Well, you said it in August. You should have said it in like, no, nigga, you're not about to police that woman. She said it. She said what she said when she said it. It all made sense. I agree. But she shouldn't have said it. Nigga, what? Make that shit, man. Let's do the math on that one. I agree, but she shouldn't have said it. Huh? Then what you complaining about? I don't get it. Do you agree? Do you really agree? Because if you truly agree, then why are you mad about it? It was what she said, y'all. I swear to God, is so mundane to me. Like if without men blowing it out of proportion, I wouldn't even have heard it probably. Being honest, I never would have listened to the whole. I guarantee you, I never would have heard it. Never. The men made me go listen to it. Their reaction to it, I was like, wait, what's going on? Why y'all getting so mad? And I went and listened to it. I was like, y'all getting mad at this? This shit making y'all upset? Oh yeah, y'all crazy than the mother. Y'all crazy as hell. Go ahead, man.
Good evening. I learned two things from the illiterate.
Going back there, that's all they eat.
Okay. So I learned a few things from the literati. One, what goes on in this house stays in this house. Because that's what everybody, all the dudes have come up and kind of said, that as long you can go ahead and you could acknowledge the fact that you are suffering, that you are unhappy, whatever the case may be, just don't let everybody know that this is happening to you in this house. So that's number one. What goes on in this house stays in this house. Second of all, I've learned today that if I know what I signed up for, it is now a sunk cost fallacy. I have to keep throwing money after, like good money after bad, no matter what happens, because I knew what I signed up for. I'm going to have to, one, shut the hell up, two, allow him to usurp my destiny in order to make his destiny, and three, no matter how miserable I am, I still have to be PR for him while he is busy sucking up my fucking milkshake. That is what I've learned. So while he's drinking all my milkshake, he's drinking it all up. While he's doing this, I have to be PR, not let anybody know that I'm miserable. And even because I went and married him, like when I was like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, at the age of 30, 4 kids later, I know what I signed up for, so I need to just keep go ahead. I'm pouring all my life force into him and shut the fuck up. Don't say anything in public. I just want to let everybody know how I summarize that.
You know what you just, that was a great point. And you know what you just reminded me of? That's like why that's why they go to high schools to recruit military personnel. That's why they go to high schools to recruit military personnel. Get you when you're young, right? That way, once you sign that contract, why you got an 18-year-old signing away their life? You know what I'm saying? You got an 18-year-old in high school, never lived outside of his house. You going to him or her and telling them, yeah, sign on the dotted line. Sign away their life. And then in 10 years, when they wake up and they go, nah, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. And they all talk about how their recruiters put them together, told them it was gonna be like this, and it wasn't like they all talk about that, right? But we're not supposed to have any empathy for them and be like, they got hoodwinked, they got bamboozled. They was led astray, run them up. Yeah, they were led astray and run them up. Most of them were. Some of them might have known, maybe, but most of them didn't. That's why they got them when they was 18, 19, 20, 17, got them in ROTC, 15, 16, right into that pipeline. What y'all think that is? What y'all think that is?
You what you were doing.
They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. And that's why that whole you should have chosen better, you should have known, blah, 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 blah. is crazy. Crazy. That woman met that man when she was, I'm talking about dating. They were dating when she was 18. They got married when she was like 21, 22. She was a fucking kid. It's 14 years later. She started looking around, and I used this example the other day. But that lady that just said that she didn't even know she had fucking 4 kids until after she got divorced. Y'all thought that was a joke. That shit was like, I was like, damn. Like, for 1 second, I didn't understand. I was like, what? Then I thought about it, and I was like, nope. Damn. Yeah, no, I can see that. I really could. She just, because the shit is like, it don't never stop. It don't never stop. When you got that many kids and you underneath, like, that's, man, you don't know. I'm just trying to tell y'all, if you don't know, you don't know. I promise y'all, you don't know this, man. If you ain't got a family and you ain't got kids, that shit don't stop. That shit don't. It's easy to look up 10, 12, 13, 15 years later on some like, where did all whoopie whoop go? Where did all the time go? I didn't even, damn, I'm already 36. Y'all talking about, oh, she got a lot of time. She just blinked. It was 15 years later. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She can do it. That's the point of her voicing it, because she can do it again. She can blink and wake up, and it should be 51. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all don't. All right. It shouldn't be this hard to explain this, right? It seems fairly like obvious to me, but that's what's going on. If you don't know, it's like, it's crazy. Time goes. It's that quick.
That's the power of conditioning, right? Specifically for young girls who have been who've been sheltered. Like, all you know is what you know. Like, you don't know outside what your parents have probably taught you, what you've seen in your own family. You might get some exposure like to your friends' family, but like, that's it. And when you're talking about like specifically like religious spaces, they make it a point to keep you sheltered so you don't get no wild, idea of trying to become bigger than the group. Like, you gotta be able to do the thing. The thing is, you commit to one person only. Y'all grow up together, you date, you get married, you have kids. And it's rinse and repeat over and over again. What they don't tell you, which is usually hidden down at the bottom of the contract in the terms and conditions, is you might not like that lifestyle.
You might wake up and be like, man, I don't know.
You might have wanted something else. And it's not to say that she don't love her husband or her children, but like, you oftentimes, when you sitting in the corner of your room late at night and you think, damn, I don't even know who I am anymore.
You know the difference between men and women? I just clocked this, Allie. The difference between men and women is this. The reason why they say women wake up and they just be like, oh, they just, change their mind or whatever. The difference between men and women is this. Men go into marriages knowing they gonna hate. That's the difference. That's why they not shocked in 10 years when they still hate their wife. Because they never liked that woman. That's why they not shocked in 20 years when they hate their kids. Because they never liked their babies and they never wanted them to begin with. They always knew what it was for them. The men always knew what it was. So it's not a mystery. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. The women be expecting it to be, because the women are the ones that are sold the lie. The men are the lie. The men are the ones selling the women the lie. The women are the ones that are believing in the lie. That's why the men don't just wake up one day and go, I'm unhappy. He was never happy. He was never happy. That's what happens. That's what happens. And that sucks. That sucks. Hey, Ed, IDD, are you there? But that's what it is. Hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all coming up, man. We got through everything. I gotta go. Y'all know I can't linger for too long. I gotta get on. Shout out to the best minds in the business, though. Tappers, Jappers, and Super Chatter. Oh my God, I'm tired. Damn, I did 3 hours. Every time I do 3 hours, my brain be mushy. We did it, Joe. Shout out to everybody on the YouTubes, man. All the gifters, Taylor Swifters. Even the Swifties. That's the end, James. You missed it, bro. We've been on this thing for 3 hours, man. 3 whole hours. Even haters come back tomorrow, man. Y'all know what it is. And the bars. And the barbs. Yeah. I'll be back on in like 30 minutes. Though. I'm supposed to go live with somebody else. And I'm gonna be on from 5 to 6, so we're gonna do something else. But that's why I got to take a little break. I need me a little time.